See if it would look better with the light off, but it won't. It's that light right there fucking with it. Let's see. Yeah, that would look good, that would look good. We are here, boy. We are here.
Welcome inside the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. Live in over 190 countries, it's Netflix and Most Valuable Promotions bring you our first ever MMA broadcast, and we came correct. 3 main events featuring icons of the sport, including the most anticipated MMA fight in decades, one that has lingered in what-if lore for years. That is, of course, until tonight.
Mixed martial arts event aired live on Netflix.
They say time waits for no one. But for a few, time simply holds its breath.
Two pioneers, two trailblazers. Those words get thrown around a lot in sports, but that's a fact.
For years, the world has lived what if, fantasizing that two of the most significant MMA fighters in history would finally do battle.
I'm not going to worry about where I'm heading in history. I'm sorry, I just don't. I've gotten so much better at so many things that nobody's ever seen. This is the best that I've ever been by far.
They're not just athletes. They're icons. One who laid the foundation. And another who built on it.
What's wrong? Nothing.
Tonight, what if becomes right now?
Historic doesn't even begin to scratch the surface.
As Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano finally clash inside the cage to face each other in a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle.
The last thing you want is for me to be pissed off for something you could. It is game time until we get rocked.
I bet this will get over 100 views, maybe.
I'm definitely coming to win. Make no mistake about that.
Also worth the
Can y'all hear me fine?
two more main events.
Everything good in the strut?
The realest fighter to ever step in the cage, Nate Diaz, takes on the king of violence, Mike Perry. And the lineal heavyweight
Alright, bet,
champion of
bet,
the world, Francis Ngannou, meets the Brazilian monster, Rousey. There has never been a fight night quite like this.
Every time I get about this fight, I do not walk in my with the W. I got it early, but I'm not a fight her. This fight between us is fate.
Alright. It's going up at 5. What is?
It's a historic night here in Inglewood, and the fans are into it. Typically, this is the home of the NBA's LA Clippers, but tonight the Ballers make way for the Baddies in one of the most eagerly awaited sporting events in years. With the return of MMA legends, we've got an embarrassment of riches inside the cage tonight.
Who y'all got winning this?
By two of the most recognizable
Who y'all got?
martial arts athletes of all time, that being Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. But before that, friend, a quartet of instant classic flashes in the cage. It'll be a welter weight war between submission specialist Nate Diaz and relentless striker Mike Perry. Two of the world's top knockout artists will meet as Francis.
That fight's gonna be lit as well, though.
They're massive talents reaching their biggest stage yet when Francis Saladin Parnas faces American Kenneth Cross. And former heavyweight champ Junior Santos goes up against Olympic medalist Rubelis de Spain. As we officially say hello from here at the desk at the Intuit Dome, we're holding things down for you all night. I am your host, Elle Duncan, and I'm joined by
Why would Hanby say that? Who's Hanby?
Don't
know.
Hello, my friend. And one of the most influential voices in
don't really know what people say, what they say, but
Only Ariel Helwani. Welcome to them and
doesn't bother me now.
language friends. You can experience every moment live with world-class commentary in French, German, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Dr.
You know
Pepper.
what they do in every language, though? They whisper, and there have been whispers
I don't give a damn.
between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano.
He just commented it like, yeah, I see it now. I have no idea why he said it though, but appreciate the like though. I can't really see because that light's in the way. Appreciate that. I tried to cover it up, but it wasn't working. Tyrone Woodley. But who y'all got? Y'all got Ronda or Gina? I got Ronda winning. I'm not gonna be surprised if Gina wins though. She's a GOAT. I want to support you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, y'all.
Tonight, this amazing sport and its amazing athletes get a chance to show the world just how special it can be, and I'm so honored to be here with you guys to witness it all.
Same. Apart from the history of it all and the Netflix part of it all, what about this particular fight feels different to you, Ariel?
Well, as you guys know, the fight game is often rooted in friction and animosity, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this one feels like it's been rooted in mending the senses, healing of wounds. It's been an amazing thing to watch for the two of them. You know, both of these athletes, Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, left the sport unceremoniously. They shunned the sport, and the sport seemed to shun them, and to see the way in which they've embraced it again, and the way the community has embraced them again, it's been unbelievable. It's truly been a beautiful road to get to this fight. But make no mistake about it, they are not here to be participants. They want to win. They want to go out on top. You never get a chance in life to right a very public wrong. Tonight, Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano gets that chance.
They showed a lot of respect for each other, a lot of admiration for each other. For the folks at home, does that mean it's going to impact in any way their ability to want to tear each other apart?
You know, the nice guy, the nice woman, smile, the real friend, she the best, I'm the best. When they got into each other's face, I saw the Ronda Rousey to say, I'm still her, right? And Gina was there, so I said, you know what? I'm coming.
I'm just watching the TV.
The biggest fight was skinny here. She lost 100 pounds. Yes, she put herself
I don't show it for that long because I don't know if I'm allowed to. Because last time I showed the TV, it was for the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. It got copyrighted. But I guess we'll find out. And when I was listening to music, it got copyrighted on live. I don't know if it will get taken down or not, but I guess we'll find out. But they're just talking right now, so it ain't really nothing to watch. The main fights I want to see is Ronda versus Gina, which is the main event, and Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry, which is the co-main, I think. Which I got Nate Diaz winning. But yeah. Appreciate the like though. Rousey versus ads, 5 of them. I have a lot of questions to answer.
That's a winner. The method of victory. Or even which round it all goes down. When the fight takes over Netflix, don't just watch it. Be part of it. With DraftKings. And right now, the DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $100 of bonus bets instantly. Just download the app and use the promo code when you sign up. Total power doesn't just happen.
How many subscribers do you have? I'm not sure right off the top of my head. I think like 480 something. I'm pretty sure. I have no idea.
Unlimited 5G wireless with no contract and no cap. Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy on us. When you have total power, there's no slowing you down. Switch to Total Wireless. That's
Bruh. Knew that was gonna happen eventually. I just subscribed. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you.
I go tumblers.
like acrobatics.
No, custom branded tumblers from Custom Ink. More water, more productivity, and want to make that more strategy.
Custom Ink can't fix all the exercise. I am thirsty.
I want one of those. I want to
But we can outfit your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options.
Yeah, same here.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation. Because he's relying on the dry stuff. But what man didn't realize is that weather means better. Behold, wear extra large t-shirts. See how wet two legs can keep it through while dry two-piece sneers, leaving debris behind. Next to the edge, switch to extra large t-shirts for the best cleaning hands down.
Increased female market share. Women just want to feel her.
I can know what you
Alex, I'm in the middle of an idea, but it's so good to have you in the room.
So last set at least.
Women are in charge here.
Tomorrow I'm gonna make a video to support your channel. Appreciate that.
He wants to sit at the big girls' table.
Welcome back inside the Twin Dome in Los Angeles. El Dunto alongside Ariel Hawani, Cameron Woodley. I gotta be honest, DJ Evie just plays bone crusher, never scared, and I could probably go in the cage right now if you ask me to. I mean, I would get my butt whooped, but alas, luckily it will not be me. It will be Ronda Rousey.
My channel got deleted. I had 100 subscribers, but my channel got deleted for no reason. Sorry to hear about that, bro. Just try again, you got it. Don't ever give up, no matter how many times your channel got deleted.
What's the experience of this?
For you guys that don't know, some of you new fans, there are millions of you. Welcome to the show, first off. Second off, Nate is, he's known for being unapologetic. He's very authentic. He's very real. He don't say much, but he's
5 minutes till the first fight starts, bro, and it's some bullshit. It's not even a good one. Appreciate the like.
Come through. You want to train? You want to start? Sign the NDA. Come through. Spirits, promotion companies. You understand this platform is going to protect him. And he's here. And I know he's ready to start.
Appreciate the confetti.
Diaz and Barry will also see the heavyweights in action before them. Francis and Ngannou will be taking on Philippe Lenz. What's their mindset, Ariel, before they take the cage tonight?
Well, this is a fascinating fight because, in my opinion, Francis Ngannou has the most to lose on this main card because he is the lineal MMA heavyweight champion. He left the UFC without losing his. He was undefeated in that one fight in PFL.
The one thing about you is the first person to ever be kind to me.
Could just roll right through this.
I try to be kind to everybody, even if they're not kind to me.
Career changes tonight with a massive upset. Francis is expected to win, and so there's pressure that comes with that, right? And so it's very interesting to see the juxtaposition of the guy trying to upset the world and upset his opponent, and the guy who's
Appreciate the emojis down at the bottom here. The first person.
You nailed it, and Ngannou had it, but
Oh, he's talking to her. Oh, he's talking to Mike.
by far the heavy favorite to win this one. And maybe it's because he still holds the Guinness World Record for hardest punch. And you know who's been on the other side of that punch? Two-time heavyweight champ Cain Velasquez, who's standing by with our Sibley Skulls. Thank you so much, Al. I am here, Hexagon side, with the legend Cain Velasquez. Listen, this is a
Whoa.
historic night for MMA. You have been here this week. We saw you.
Y'all, Cain
yesterday.
Velasquez, bro, what the
Show at
fuck?
the weigh-ins with Francis Ngannou. He'll be getting in there as well. How does this feel for you and the evolution of the sport?
It's crazy. I never thought in my whole time of being in the MMA scene that a show could look like this. Can have this
My
type of
brother is
energy,
Nini.
can have this type of
Shout out Nini.
persona,
I think that's how you say it.
weigh-ins, whether it's,
Bro, Cain Velasquez is in the building. What?
it's,
Yeah.
just, the fact that
Can you put this in? Did you hook this
It's
up
like,
to
it's
it?
something that I
It never was.
really thought would happen. You know, it's
You gotta have one in there.
very magical. Okay.
And it's an absolutely stacked card with other legends out there that we get to see.
Sorry, Chad, that was my mom.
I'm so excited about it. I have to talk to you about a familiar face, not just Francis. Who else is on the card is Junior Dos Santos. Someone that you're familiar
Bruh.
with. He's taking on someone that you never know to Spain. It could go down in there. How do you feel about that matchup?
So I have a lot of feelings for Junior Dos Santos. I know what kind of man he is. I respect him in all the ways of what he's done in his sport, but he's still doing it. He's still doing it at the highest level. But he still loves to be in that grind, to be in that fight.
I think that's how you spell it.
From forever. Everything that he does.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't think.
He does.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
He's gonna swing him. It's gonna be exciting. I don't see it going very long, but we never know. But both guys have the opportunity to do something big tonight, and just showcase their skills. But again, a lot of respect for what he's doing.
Okay, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. Let's go over to the guys who are calling the matches.
The GOAT, bro. Cain Velasquez is the
Thank you very
GOAT.
much, and assembly alongside former three-time UFC title challenger Kenny Florian. I'm Mauro Ranallo, and Kenny, the heavyweights are a huge part of this landmark event.
Just start the fights already, bro.
UFC heavyweight champions in action, including the reigning
Like, just start the fights already.
the hardest puncher in MMA history.
Like I said, I'm only excited for the two main events, co-main and the main, which is co-main. I'm pretty sure is Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry, and then the main event is Ronda Rousey versus Gina.
Mixed martial arts heavyweight history. I can't wait to see it. The first time I'm calling a fight, and again, beware of the man with nothing to lose. That man is Felipe Lins. Obviously, not always a massive favorite, but this is a fight and a win that can change his career forever.
He is a former UFC heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou, and we kick things off with another former
I think I titled this live boxing. I'm pretty sure it's not boxing. I'm pretty sure it's mixed martial arts.
Junior Dos Santos duels with Cuba's Robelis.
But I guess we'll find out when they're in the ring or the octagon, because it is
Numbers, and it's Despin, the Cuban,
first match, y'all. I'm pretty sure.
inches taller, has a 7-inch reach advantage. His reach is
Who y'all got, left or right?
yes for seat.
Left,
And Dos Santos is going to
right.
have to try to navigate the physical dimensions of Despin, and if Dos Santos
To be honest, I don't really know any of these guys, but I'm probably going with left, or this guy. I'm probably going with him.
And again, doesn't have a whole lot of fights, but you look at all of his wins are by finish, and you look at 16 finishes for Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah, he just has more.
I don't see this one.
He just has more everything, really.
Someone is going to get finished in this matchup.
13 KOs. Bro. This guy only has 5.
Sean Wheelock.
This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
But anything can happen.
Or kneeing the head of a grounded opponent. Strikes to the spine, back of the head and groin are all illegal, and a fighter cannot legally grab the fence with their fingers or toes.
Junior Dos Santos Robelis Despin.
Yeah, see, it's an octagon.
The first MMA fight ever to air live on
So I need to change the title of this video or this live. Put MMA maybe. I'm really excited for you to get viral on this live stream. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. The most views I had on a live was 2.5K. 2.5K views. I was live with my friend. Yeah, me and him was on here. I got 2.5K views, so that's pretty good. To me, anyways, I'll take 1 view. I don't care.
And we welcome all of you here tonight in Los Angeles. Tonight, the debut of MVP MMA as mixed martial arts comes to Netflix for the
MMA, yep.
first time with a triple headline main event, of course culminating with Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano.
You say co-main?
Before we get to our triple main event, we first open in the
Triple main.
division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first to the hexagon.
3 5-minute rounds.
Fighting out of the red corner, here is Robelis Despin.
Red corner. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It seems a little bit blurry online. Your room looks cool. Appreciate that.
37-year-old bad boy, Robelis Despin, a former
Red corner. I got blue corner winning. I don't really know them though, like I said.
heavyweight created in the laboratory.
But this guy seems good.
Size, freak athleticism, and of course at Olympic level striking precision. After losing
Just the other guy had more stuff on him.
Cuba,
You're probably the best streamer I've ever seen.
discovered his explosive
Thanks, but
translated beautifully to
you don't have to.
danger that Spain can change a fight in the blink of an eye, sometimes literally.
Appreciate
No
that.
question about it. You know, in Taekwondo, footwork is a huge component to success, and he's utilizing that very same footwork here in mixed martial arts. But more than anything else, he also understood that he needs to work on his grappling. He's been working that very heavily.
We mentioned his ridiculous
That's a lot. That's a lot. What?
7-inch wingspan, which was the longest ever in UFC history. How does he maximize that reach advantage tonight?
Well, he's got to keep Junior Dos Santos on the outside. Long-range strikes for Robelis is going to be the key. What are those strikes? The jab, those kicks to the body down the middle. And he's got to lead Junior Dos Santos into some traps.
It's a cliche when I say don't blink, but when it comes to the Spain fights, you might want to take that advice. He has 18-second wins, 4-second wins, 3-second wins, 12-second wins. This guy fights like he's double parked.
I really want to meet you in real life. Maybe one day, but I don't know. Hard to tell. But appreciate it.
All right, let's go into his opponent, Junior Dos Santos, the former UFC heavyweight champion.
I have to go, but I'll be right back. All right, bro. Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for supporting the live.
UFC heavyweight history. He's got hammers for hands. Also had the longest winning streak in UFC heavyweight history as well.
The longest winning streak.
Has become a great kicker over the years as well. So not just a threat with his hands, Morrow.
And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, the former world champion, Junior Dos Santos.
That's my pick for this fight.
Arguably the best smile in MMA, a man who loves every single second of his fighting life. And yeah, he wants to pull off the Rocky moment. He's heard the whispers. He's heard that he has passed his peak. And yeah, maybe he's past the peak of his powers. But you know what they say? Power's the last to go. 16 of his 23 wins have come by knockout. He was known as an elite level boxer.
All right.
Precision, clean combinations, timing.
Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, but chat, I'll be right back, though. I'm going to hide my screen real quick and mute. But I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry about that.
Chris Lehman, Daniel Mobley, Chris Craig. And our referee in charge, when the bell rings, is Frank Trigg. So, ladies and gentlemen, two warriors, one fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands the towering 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Where were you at? He used the restroom.
20 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with the professional mixed martial arts record of 5 victories, opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, by way of Santiago de Cuba, Cuba! the 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, the big boy, Rousey. And now his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 245.4 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with a professional mixed martial arts record.
I didn't catch the other guy's name,
Versus 10 defeats, with
but
15 of those wins
Junior. That's my pick anyway.
down. Fighting out of Santa Catarina, Brazil. Introducing the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Junior Cigano dos Santos.
All right, gentlemen, you got to structure the locker room. They make commands all the time. Protect yourself at all times. You want to touch them, do it now. Come on tonight.
History being made
Excuse
for
me.
the first time, the sport of mixed martial arts live on Netflix, and we're about to immediately test the Big Bang Theory.
Thank you.
Into a dome in Inglewood, getting ready for the big boys
Excuse me.
to throw down. JDS, Robelli's Despain, both of them looking to bring the pain and bring it fast.
See Robelli's with those hands very low. He's trying to
Already going in with kicks.
Santos into a trap.
Bro did not come here to play.
Taekwondo style kickings of one of the bronze
Mm.
medal.
That was a good hit.
Right hand there for Despain.
Has so much confidence in his
Oh,
speed.
the crushing.
Phenomenal kick.
The bang that strikes of Dos Santos lands early.
That's what Dos Santos needs to do now, attacking the inside of the leg.
Like that Dutch combination there by Despain, and he's already rattled Dos Santos. Despain sitting down on those punches. You can see why he gets things done in a hurry.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a lot of confidence in that speed. Very loose with his punches.
Maximizing that reach advantage. Oh, the level change looking for the single. He shucked off.
Good defense, good
Despain having
defense.
Nothing to do with Dos Santos' early
You think
takedown.
bro's cooked? Which one?
Surprised by JDS going through that one. Oh, and he's rattled.
That one?
And in comes JDS.
That bro or
Santos
other
finding a
bro?
lot of success with those leg kicks.
Rushing leg kick to the lead leg of Despain. Despain with a calf kick to Junior Dos Santos, spins him right around.
But Robelis needs to respect the power and speed of Junior Dos Santos. Those hands are very low. Can't get too cute against someone like Dos Santos.
Decent. The white guy's cooked. Looks like it. He's getting a couple licks in.
And they are knockout searching early.
But yeah, the other guy is hitting good and kicking good.
Looks like Dos Santos is trying
He's a
to
good
ground some
kickboxer.
punches from Robelis to try to look for a counter of his own.
Sniper jab there by Despain. Oh, right hand lands another right.
Yeah, that was a good two-piece. That was a good two-piece. Why do I hear smoke detector? They're trying to fix it in the living
Way
room.
too low. Already has paid for it a couple times with the right hand of Dos Santos.
Here, beeping again.
With the low kick counter right connects upstairs.
We're pretty sure the battery's running in. Trying to find a different battery for it.
Uppercut lands for Despain.
These are nasty shots from Despain.
The left hand is another vicious shot.
Yeah, this Spain is.
For Despain. Already
He's getting a couple good looks and look.
with the uppercut. JDS is shoving up, trying to avoid the offense of
I think I picked wrong.
Despain.
Dos Santos doing a good job of circling away from that pressure, trying to regroup here.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Left hand lands for Despain.
Continues to destroy that base of Despain.
The Santos is already bleeding.
And Despain really testing fate with the low hands, but he's successful there. Another right uppercut. But he is playing with fire.
And Despain is so good at closing that gap so quickly, both with his footwork and the speed of those hands.
Oh, shit. Holy shit.
That was nasty.
Holy
Precision,
shit.
speed, and patience
Hey, you were right though. He's cooked.
About testing the Big Bang Theory? Despain ends it with a Big Bang. No
Oh
Bad
my
Boy
gosh.
gets knocked out.
I want to show too much of that. Holy shit.
Time in his career. And Robelli's Despain
That was crazy.
delivering a message loud and clear to all heavyweights.
That was my pick too. Dang. Hey, W fight. W fight.
I
It
tell you
ended
what,
quick.
Spain is a real problem on the feet. That range, that awkward approach to his striking, his ability to
Not a bad first fight.
those low hands. My goodness.
Bro got knocked out, bro.
And here we have
Check it.
Despain setting up that shot. Start with the left hook, he missed that, but it was the right hands. that
Goodness.
put Santos
W
down.
fight. Yeah, I agree.
Just right on the money.
Goodness gracious.
What a combination. Walks away casually as well. Like it was just a matter of fact. Those right
Three
hands
piecing.
landed
Dang, I
right
don't.
on the button. Props to Dos Santos for showing a lot of heart.
Yeah.
What a performance from Despain.
It was pretty bad.
Period at the end of a painful sentence. Robelli's the bad boy Despain proves to be a bad man.
Pretty good fight.
Shining the spotlight
And then
on the
ads.
neck, and they are not holding back.
Only 2 this time, so.
Big names, moments you won't stop talking about. And DraftKings is your home for all the action.
Yeah, probably is this shit. This part of his face did look a little bit fatter than the other. Yeah, I had the Santos winning, but the pain put the pause on that boy. When are you ending the live after this? After all these fights? I think there's 4 or 3 more fights. But yeah, that was a W fight, low key. I didn't know much about them two, so that being my first fight seeing them two, pretty good fight. It ended relatively quickly, but bro was putting the paws on him. What can I say?
Well, we missed that, but you didn't miss the knockout, and that's really.
I think we know who won, right?
Robelli's the bad boy Despain is now 6-2. All 6 wins via knockout.
Yeah, this was a pretty banger match. Not gonna lie.
Knockout cell. Let's go to Ariel Helwani.
Moro, thank you very much. Robelli's, congratulations on another first-round knockout. You just knocked out a former UFC heavyweight champion in your return to MMA. Can you describe the emotions that you are feeling right now?
Acabas de destrozar a un campeón de UFC. ¿Puedes contarnos cómo te sentís ahora?
Me siento muy contento, muy satisfecho por el trabajo que hice. Darle las gracias a mi equipo, mi entrenador de toda la vida, mi equipo allá en Orlando.
Oh my god, that's nasty.
A mi niña Ivana, a mi mamá, Yurka, a mis hermanos,
Nigga, boom.
a toda Cuba que me apoya.
Boom.
Y Free Cuba.
Boom. As he was falling, hit him one more time.
Doing so far to get me here. I want to thank my team, my forever coach, my family back in Cuba, my baby girl, my mom.
Oh, he's from Cuba.
Free Cuba.
And he got the flag. I don't really know flags, so my phone is at 9%. Oh dang. Mine's currently on charger. Mine's on 33. But I'm in the car.
¿Qué fue lo que viste mientras tomabas tus decisiones de los golpes y cómo tomaste la decisión para el golpe final?
Sí, al principio me hizo buena técnica abajo y me desestabilizó 2 veces, pero bueno, supe tomar la calma y ver dónde estaba poniendo la cabeza y eso fue lo que traté de ver siempre.
I saw him stumbling, and he kicked me on the legs first, and then I kept calm, and then I saw him stumbling, and that's where I striked.
Robellis, when you came into MMA, there was so much excitement about you, and you had that amazing run of first-round knockouts, and then left the sport after losing 2 in a row, but had a great run very recently in karate combat. Is this your return to mixed martial arts? Do you now want to stay within this sport?
Te vas a quedar en este deporte ahora que volviste después de todos tus...
Hopefully he says, yeah, this guy's actually, he's actually good at it.
Este es el deporte que me gusta. Amo las MMA, pero tengo que darle las gracias a Sin, a Karate Combat, porque gracias a ellos estoy aquí hoy. Darle unas gracias a Sin y gracias por su apoyo.
This is a sport I like, but I do have to thank Asim and Karate Combat to getting me here today.
Are you going to stick with MMA though? Will your next fight be in MMA or are you going to go back to karate combat?
¿Te vas a quedar en MMA o vas a
Bro gave the
volver a
mic down.
Quiero seguir haciendo las dos cosas, sí, me gusta siempre estar activo, no puedo estar sin entrenar y entonces la próxima, Francis, let's do it. I think I understood that, but I'll go to you.
I want to do both. I want to stick doing both. I cannot stay without training, so I'm going to do both.
And I do believe he
He's
said,
staying.
Francis, I want you next. I understood that. And so Francis Ngannou and Felipe Lins are fighting later on tonight. Do you want the winner, Robellas? And are you hoping that it's Francis Ngannou? Yeah.
¿Quieres que gane?
He wants, if Francis wins, he wants Francis. I'm so bored. Yeah, the next fight should be starting soon. But he said he won't.
Francis Ngannou to win. I want to go for a belt in this company.
Oh, he's going for a belt.
I won my bonus. What's a bonus? All right. Well, you'll have to talk to Nikisa about that. Inglewood, give it up for your winner, Robelis Despon!
Appreciate that.
And there it is, your winner.
W fight, though.
You're here to mention Karate Combat, 7-0 record in Karate Combat. 6 of those coming via the knockout. Now he has a 6-2 record in MMA. All 6 wins coming via the KO. He landed 54% of his punches for that first round KO. Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like 3 or 4 more fights next.
and the building as well.
Do you have 4 legs? I have 3.
Gina Carano made the world
It says on my end 3, but it could be just lagging. Because sometimes it don't show me none, and then I go back and it shows me some. And same with the viewers. It says I got 2, but sometimes it says I have 0 when I got like 4.
never wanted to be remembered as just the best female fighter, but one of the best fighters, period. Olympic medalist, UFC trailblazer, global superstar, and tonight, Rousey returns to MMA. But well before we get to this incredible matchup tonight, we're just getting started on Fight Night from here in LA. In just a few minutes, we've got more matches coming for you. It's a European champion taking on American contender Tyler Varnas versus Kenneth Cross, and millennial heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou looking to stop Brazilian monster Felipe Lins. And after welterweights and fan favorites Nate Diaz and Mike Perry will do battle, and violence is on the table.
Yeah, four fights left. 4 fights left.
From the Intuit Dome in LA and around the world, right here on Netflix. Lock it.
Let me guess, ads? Oh, okay. I guarantee it's going to be ads.
It was special session.
6. 6 ads, are we joking?
Since you don't know the limit.
Yes, I didn't pay for no ads on Netflix, y'all. Netflix with ads, only like $8. I'm fine with ads. I'm cooked. How so? What happened? Oh, because my phone's at 7. I would say charge it, but you said that you're in the car.
The investors pulled our funding.
I just bought a jet ski.
What do we do?
I guess I'll just start running a cash flow analysis. I go tumblers.
Like acrobats?
Oh, okay.
No, custom branded tumblers from Custom Ink. More water.
That's not too bad.
More fun thing.
Custom ink can't fix all of your business needs. I am thirsty.
I want one of those. I want one too.
But we can outfit your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options, ink is more than you think.
At least the film. True.
Coming through. Okay, y'all can chill now. Without the slamming meal deals, you can feed everyone and still get dessert. If you've got room. Good luck. Denny's slamming meal deals. Under $10.
I want to see more people get knocked out. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I want to see more people get knocked out. I do.
I can't help but wonder.
But I did not expect that first fight to end so quickly. I thought he was going to at least put up a fight, but he didn't. No disrespect to him. Like I said, he was my vote. But he just did not put up a pretty good fight. He got a couple good licks in, a couple good kicks. But not nearly enough to put that guy down. And then that guy hit him with a 3-piece. Boom. Slumped him.
With Roomba, dirt doesn't build up.
Bro went to bed early tonight.
With 4 times more powerlifting section, the kids get to eat on the couch. Roomba keeps floors cleaner than you ever could.
That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Do you know this person's emoji?
Into a dome in
It looks hard eyes, teeth. I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is like, what's his name? A little darky, but I know that's like a red mark right here and a bigger smile. Looks kind of like your profile, except for no hard eyes and no big smile. This fight's next, y'all.
Jazz musician, smooth, and he knows how to improvise.
Yeah, it reminds me of a lot of our Brazilian
I got-
my former opponent, Jose Aldo. And, you look at the
I got this guy winning.
I think that's a good indicator of how complete of
Because he's more of a wrestling type. He's more of an MMA type. This is an MMA fight.
respected here. And
I got him winning.
Parnas deserves all of the hype. But Kenneth Cross says, what about me? I'm here to spring the upset. This guy has a left hand from hell, and he comes from one of the best teams in the world in Syndicate MMA.
I have them as
Now
my
let's take a
profile.
closer look at Kenneth Cross.
YouTube made it,
He's a
but
teammate
it's on
of
YouTube
Gina
icon.
Carano. His 9 first-round stoppages. Again, gotta watch out for that left hand.
Yeah,
He it up
I don't know who that is.
Well, also comes from a wrestling background, so not just
Or at least not that I can remember.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Intuit Dome.
I feel like this fight's about to cook.
Stay with us around the world.
Oh.
As we now arrive in the lightweight division, before we get to our triple main event.
Yeah, I think this fight's about to cook.
Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Kenneth Cross
First to the hexagon.
versus, don't know the other guy's name, but the other guy's who I'm voting for because he's MMA based and this guy's wrestling based. Hence MMA fight. So obviously I'm gonna do that. But last time I was completely wrong, so I guess
The
we'll find out.
31-year-old Kenny the Boss Cross making his walk to the hexagon.
W song.
He believes the MMA world still hasn't seen his best version. He's built on speed, strength, and relentless pace. Cross says this isn't just striking.
Good thing you can't air that much because this is definitely copyrighted.
Compares his pressure. Habib smash, which of course
I might not even be able to post this live. I might just have to delete it. But like I said, we'll find out. Doesn't really matter as long as we're right here in a moment.
is a nightmare matchup. Kenny, this is what opportunity looks like. Cross stepping into the spotlight against one of Europe's best.
I just wish I could hit you in live.
Before
Yeah, maybe one day.
takes over.
Kenneth Cross trains Syndicate MMA with Morad Dwalashvili, a bunch of world champions.
I don't really be traveling that much. I don't know where you're from, but
He's playing a bunch of bumps. I'm the guy who's been facing the top level competition. I'm the guy people should be talking about, though. He's not believing the hype on Saladin Parnas.
Driven by the loss of his best friend DJ, who was murdered, Cross is grounded in his faith, and he's committed to inspiring others, aiming to become both a force in the lightweight division and a positive role model for the next generation. His wife, a former NCAA Division I gymnast, is identified as the loudest voice
So close to my house, hell yeah.
during his fights and a central support figure in his career. Kenneth Cross stepping into the Hexagon for the biggest opportunity of his career.
He looks relaxed, he looks ready, is in tremendous shape, and was quite fired up at the weigh-ins yesterday. All right, let's go into Saladin Parnas.
Bro's doing backflips on the cage.
Compared to Jose Aldo, one of the greatest featherweights of all time, and boy, does he know how to mix everything together.
Began training at age of 11.
In regards to playing jazz, he's such a cool customer when he fights. Very slick, always composed, and can beat you.
8 of his last 9 fights, he won
The kind of athletes that we're getting here began training at age
due to
11.
stoppage, which I'm pretty sure means knockout.
And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, making his way to the cage from France, Saladin Parnas.
Yeah, I got this guy winning.
Already endearing
I got him
himself
winning
to the
for sure.
Golden State, looking to deliver some California glove, and well, he would love to hit his opponent harder than Tupac's hit him up as Saladin Parnas struts his way to the cage. This guy drifts in finesse.
Just want to be famous again? Yeah, just keep making videos, man. You got it.
He is one of the most significant names in French MMA's next wave, one of the strongest examples of French mixed martial arts maturation into a structured talent pipeline. Born to a Guadeloupean father and Moroccan mother, his mom worked multiple jobs to support 4 children after the parents divorced when he was around 10. His father passed away when Parnas was 19. He carries with him his father's spirit, looking to make his entire...
Yeah, I don't know much about this Kenneth guy, but he seems like he's going to be cooked.
I'm still thinking about those bars you just shot, Marlon. My goodness. Wow. That was impressive.
But like I said, my last judgment was completely wrong by a lot, so I guess we'll see.
So good on the outside, so good on the inside, really good at disguising his double leg, has excellent control and submissions on the ground. This is going to be a fun fight.
Yeah, frequent street and school fights pushed him toward combat sports. Started training, as you mentioned.
So far, I'm 0-11.
At a time when mixed martial arts was banned in France, it's been
0-5.
since January 2020 since France allowed mixed martial arts, and here we are tonight.
Let's see if I can get any predictions right. Finally at my house? Hell yeah.
Parnas looks to make his fellow Frenchmen proud. Lots of hype for the 28-year-old who's 22-2 with 14 finishes.
2-division champion over at KSW in Poland, a phenomenal organization. Almost won a third at 170 pounds. That's how technical this fighter is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the U2 Dome for MVP MMA, we arrive in the lightweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Our 3 judges scoring this bout at cage side: Michael Bell, Derek Cleary, and Felicia O. And our referee and shoulders for the bell rings is Jason Herzog. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing the black trunks with dark green trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 155.4 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional mixed martial arts record of 17 victories versus 4 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, introducing
6 knockouts.
Eddie the Boss Cross! And now his opponent, standing across the cage, Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the all-black trunks. He stands 5 feet, 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 154.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with a professional
12 knockouts. Only lost 2 fights.
2 defeats. Fighting out of and representing Armenian France. Introducing
Yeah, he's about to put the fucking whooping on this boy.
champion and one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in Europe tonight, making his U.S. debut, Sonny Pernod.
His first fight against a guy from America, I think. Is what he said. His U.S. debut. Or maybe just in America.
Okay, fighters, gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from either of you. You've already touched gloves. I'm not ready to fight.
3 rounds or less in the 155-pound.
I feel like this match is about to cook.
Parnas has won 4 straight, all via knockout. Cross has won 4 in a row, including a KO and an armbar. This is round 1.
That's not good. Step back. You ready? You ready? Fight.
Cross looking to derail the Parnas Express and immediately attacks the body with a kick.
Instant gut kick.
Dumps Cross immediately, ground and pound, up smash, but Cross immediately.
Holy shit, bro. Just started, by the way.
Lightning quick action to start this one.
Yeah, great timing on that get up there from Cross, who's looking for the takedown. Excellent base there from Parnas. He gets the underhook.
Pretty sure this guy had 5 submissions as well.
Runs the pipe with a single leg, but the scramble, and immediately they're back on their feet.
Excellent exchange of grappling right there from both men.
Cross backs
This guy talking about blue gloves, by the way. I don't know his
A
name.
frenetic start to this, the second fight
Par-
of the night. We're coming off a first round
Parnassi?
knockout.
Parnassi?
And these
Oh.
two going at it from the jump.
Are you gonna live stream tomorrow?
That larger frame.
I have no idea.
Parnas
Maybe.
will turn the tables and get Cross's back up against the cage.
Depends on what all I'm doing tomorrow.
Level change by Parnas, looking for that single leg. Back take with the scramble by Cross.
See, this was his mistake. Because the red gloves, he's a wrestler. So if I was that guy, I'd try to bring it back up to feet.
Scrambling now back to their feet, and
Okay.
Parnas has that overhook, and they jockey for
Just
position. Now it's
punching.
Cross with Parnas against the fence.
Then, yeah. I go live often, but not that often. But who knows?
Early grappling, and now a stalemate in the stand-up along the fence.
Parnas doing a good job with that overhook and wrist control. See if he can turn him here. He does. Gets off the cage.
Yeah, pummeling there, looking to get the underhooks. 2 minutes have elapsed here in the opening round. They break. Southpaw jab from Cross to the face of Parnas. And he splits the guard with another jab from the southpaw position.
Parnas responds. His close stance, 2 southpaws go at it. Big left hand there.
From Parnas hits him with the jab. And Cross firing back.
Cross is getting a little wild here, Marley.
Very careful. Two-way exchange. Reaching the midpoint of the first round. Level change. Stuffed by
That's what I'm saying, bro. Wrestlers, man. They always want to go to the ground.
Now trying to wrestle him.
Parnas turns him, leans in, goes to the body with the left hand.
Hit him as hard as you can, bro. Knock him out. I want to see somebody else get knocked out.
Change by Parnas. And going for that takedown, puts
Yeah, he did.
Cross on his
Oh, shit.
back and delivers a left hand and a right hand, looking to pass the guard. Long range strikes and Parnas rocking.
No, keep on top. Stay on top. Yep. Punch. Yep. Keep punching him, bro. Keep punching him. Stay on top.
For the rear naked choke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Cross trying to miss the line and escape.
No, don't let him put you in that fucking arm, bro.
Submission wins for Parnas, including 5 via
Get your
rear
fucking arm
naked
back out
choke,
there, bro.
defended by Cross. But it's still top position as Cross's back.
Yeah, he did.
From back position. Unloading on Cross, the referee. On the spot, Cross trying to defend intelligently.
Oh, yeah. This is wraps.
Dangerous from every position. Arnold's wrestling are getting top position.
Fighter from top position continues.
Stay on top, bro. Stay on top. Stay on top. Stay on top. Stay on top. Tips.
Underneath the armpit. Cross has got to get back to his feet.
Oh my God.
Already in trouble.
Is on the verge of stopping this fight. Cross up to his feet. The guts and the
Up to his feet just to go right back down. Watch. We're about to knock him out.
lit up by Parnas. Unbelievable resilience.
Yo, shout out to bro for staying in this.
One of the worst.
He's getting a whooping.
Yeah, Cross is trying to brawl with Parnas. Oh, what a body shot.
Oh shit.
Body shot did it. And Saladin Parnas
I got that prediction right.
as he overcomes an incredibly tough
That body shot killed him right there, bro. That body shot was nasty.
with his 8th-round knockout. They say don't believe the hype. You might want to do so when it comes to this French fight.
So far, both of these fights ended in the first round. Last fight knockout. This fight, I don't know what that does. That count as a knockout or like a TKO? Bro got beat up. I mean, shout out to him. He was staying in there longer than I thought. I thought he was already out sooner, but nope, he stayed. W matches 3 left, and these 3 are the most anticipated ones for me.
Now, this guy is the real deal, Morrow.
Francis versus, I don't know the other guy, is next, and then Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry, which I'm excited for, and then Ronda Rousey versus Gina, which I'm excited for. But I'm gonna be right back. I need to use the bathroom. All right, bro. It's about to go to ads, and it's
So back to back.
W fight.
First
W fight.
round of stoppages. Saladin Parnas. It was
Nasty
incredible
fight. Look at
to
this.
see Cross get back on his feet, but not for long. The right hand, the left, the overwhelming offense, and before we knew it, it was over. Parnas with the knockout.
Bro was putting the ball on. What the? Only 2 ads this time, but still. I don't even give a damn, really. Don't care.
Insurance companies know exactly
Why does my hands hurt, bro? Probably working on my bike. Working on that bike all night last night. Stayed up all night. Fell asleep at like 10 o'clock. I got back. Appreciate you for coming back. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, this fight, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. I cannot wait for that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Netflix as well. I'm definitely going live for that. But that's like in the future. Tyson Fury. Oh, fall of 2026. So it's this year. In the fall. Bet.
So how do you start MMA on Netflix, Kenny Florian, with back-to-back first-round knockouts, including this perfection from Parnas?
Yeah, both of these fighters really
Putting the
started
ball
off
on.
very aggressively.
I can't watch Netflix. How come?
With those body shots. There's one, and this is the second one. Throws it again. Just a nasty dig to the body there. That one folded in like fresh laundry. Just nasty stuff from Parnas.
And that was the first time that Cross has been knocked out, but you wonder who wants to cross paths. Saladin Parnas, after seeing this
Parnas.
offensive display.
My mom wants to pay for it? Oh, okay.
Beautiful shots in tight. Didn't get reckless. Stayed defensively responsible throughout those exchanges. And despite being a smaller guy, it was his speed and his precision that got it done tonight.
W
against
fight.
Cross.
W fight.
Let's make it official with Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog
So far, these
calls
fights are
out this
phenomenal.
contest at 4 minutes, 18 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO to unanswered strikes, Saladin Parnas!
I don't know about you, Kenny Florian. I'm not paid by the hour, so these back-to-back first-round knockouts are just fine with me, and I know the fans watching at home have to agree as well. If you want action, you've come to the right place.
Look at Jake Paul in the back.
Mauro, thank you so very much. Wow, Saladin, what a performance, what a body shot, what a debut here in the United States. Is that how you were expecting the fight?
Appreciate that.
Saladin, est-ce que c'est comme ça que tu voyais le combat se dérouler?
Parce que our training, it will, you know, just our training.
Oui, bien évidemment, parce qu'il a fait un camp très, très intense et il a eu beaucoup de victoires dans le passé, donc évidemment, il savait qu'il allait assurer.
It seemed like you were close to finishing him on the ground. He escapes. And then
I
you
thought she was
unleash
supposed to translate.
body
That
shot.
sounded not
Tell me
like
what you
English.
were thinking and you were looking for in that moment to put him away.
Quand tu as fait ton body shot, c'était quoi ton esprit en fait pour t'en sortir?
Ma mentalité, c'est toujours de gagner mes combats, quoi qu'il arrive. Je travaille dur depuis longtemps et là, ça paye. Je ne vais pas trop parler parce que je ne parle pas bien anglais. Je voudrais remercier mes coachs, ma team. Thank you, my team. Thank you, my coach. Thank you, my family, mom, sister. C'est hard training et c'est ça qui paye, voilà, c'est l'entraînement. Et un petit message à tous les Français qui me regardent. Merci tout le monde. Ça me fait super plaisir la force que vous me donnez. Voilà, c'est pas un rêve américain que je vis, mais c'est le rêve français. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you to my coach. Thank you for my mentor. Thank you to my people in France. I've been working really hard. I gave my all, and I'm so happy to be here. It's such an honor. I had a hard training camp. I worked so hard, so many wins in the past, and yeah, I'm grateful for everyone.
Et un dernier message aussi. Thank you Netflix. Thank you Jack for the opportunity. I'm ready for the next fight. Boxing, MMA.
He wins it all.
Thank you to everyone at Netflix. I've been here, and I'm looking forward for the next fight. I'm ready.
Saladin, can I ask, there was so much buzz about your inclusion on this card. The hardcore MMA fans have been
That was a pretty good fight.
watching you for so many years. Did you feel
W
that
body
fight
shot the
where it
ending
looked like
first
it,
round
but going into the
again.
fight, did you feel like you had
Last
to
fight was
do
first round as well,
spectacular
except for knockout. That was technically a knockout as well, but he wasn't sleeping. He was just winded. But yeah. Also, the next fight, your head hurts. This next fight that's coming up is Francis's fight, I'm pretty sure, versus somebody else. And Jake Paul said if he wins, I think if he wins or loses, that Jake Paul wants to fight him next. So I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure Francis is the guy who knocked out Anthony Joshua, which Anthony Joshua absolutely beat the shit out of Jake Paul. But could be wrong. Mike Perry. Nate Diaz. That would be a good fight. I want to see him versus Nate and Mike Perry. Speaking of Nate and Mike, they're fighting tonight as well. These fights are shorter than I thought. I thought it was going to be here for a minute. It's only been an hour and 4 minutes. But these matches are just ending in the first round. Yep, Francis. Versus Felipe Lins. Don't know who that is. And then Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. All three of these next fights are everybody's talking about, the most anticipated. These next three fights are about to cook. As soon as they start it.
She's the reason that we got into women's boxing, and she's the reason that we're here today. I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with Lorenzo Fertitta, who to me is the godfather of MMA, the reason the sport exists the way that it does. So when the opportunity presented itself to work with Ronda, work with Gina, it was a no-brainer. So we are moving towards that.
Can I tell you something? Sure, go for it.
Two tremendous wins, first round finishes. What do you think so far?
I'm very happy with the product that's been put on display from the first fight of the night onto the main. And I'm grateful to our matchmakers, to media analysts and journalists who we spoke to. And I think we're delivering for the fans, and that's all we care about. And most importantly, delivering for the fighters.
And they've been asked this question a lot. Is MVP going to stay in the MMA business? Are you going to stay?
I have to go, but I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, bet. Appreciate you.
So far, have you made a final decision?
Look, we're always transparent in our intentions. Just like when we did Paul Tyson and we said boxing with Netflix, this is a test. This is a test to see how MMA does with Netflix and how we're able to function as promoters, how fighters feel about our capabilities. So far, it's going pretty well, and I hope we're going to do many more things within this sport. I do want to say before we go, a shout out to my son, Barbad. I missed his music performance yesterday to be at the weigh-ins, but I saw you, my son, and I'm very proud of you.
Much respect. You know, I've asked Ronda this question maybe 3 or 4 times this week. I'd like to ask you the question as well. What if she wins in the first round? What if it's a great vintage armbar victory? She says she's done. She wants to have more babies. Will you try to convince her to stick around?
I will certainly present her with options if they exist, and ultimately...
Ronda said if she wins first round, she's gone. She's done fighting.
Maybe they won't, I don't know, but what I can tell you unequivocally is that Ronda Rousey has a role with MVP after this fight, whether that's as a fighter, or as a promoter, as an ambassador, whatever she wants it to be.
Thank you so much, Vicky.
W.
You guys the rest of the way. Congratulations on this great accomplishment. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ariel. All right, you guys, we're ready. The crowd is buzzing. It's a laser show inside the Intuit Dome. You can feel it. It's not just fight night. It's an event and one that only Netflix can bring. Stick around. 3 more incredible fights are on the way as we get ready for Rousey Carano.
Ads. Stupid ass ads, bro. 7. Seven ads. That's insane.
That's about done. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza. Epic. Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean because he was relying on the dry stuff to wipe. Nice. Well, what man didn't realize is that wear extra large tube wipes. See how wet tube wipes can clean the pores while dry tube can smears, leaving debris behind. Yes. Fix the itch and switch to wet extra large tube wipes for the best clean. Hands down.
Guys, the investors pulled our funding.
What? I just bought a jet ski.
What do we do?
I guess I'll just start running a cash flow analysis.
I go tumblers.
Like acrobats?
No, custom branded tumblers from Custom Ink. More water, more productivity, more funding. That's our strategy.
Custom Ink can't fix all of your business needs. I am thirsty.
I want one of those.
I want one too.
But we can outfit your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options, Ink is more than you think.
Roomba presents everyone's favorite. With deep edge corner mopping and self-washing mop pad, messes don't stand a chance, so Buster can keep making them.
This is all you?
With Roomba, dirt doesn't build up. Plus, with auto wash top, it even cleans itself.
Your little secret.
With 4 times more powerlifting suction, the kids get to eat on the couch. Roomba keeps floors cleaner than you ever could.
Just gotta pay myself. Nice. Hi, I'm you. With Augusta. My hair's growing back. Team's digging a new flow. It's just me. Correction.
Stupid ass ads, bro.
Roy might need to get payroll. That goes with you. It's beautiful.
There's only one left though. 6 out of 7.
But if there's a chance that he's still alive.
And we are back with you here on Netflix. Final press underway for the Predator, Francis Ngannou and Felipe Lins, the biggest stage of Monstro's careers. They're set to hit the cage.
I got Francis Witter, by the way.
And based on our first 2 fights, I think it's safe to say that Ariel Helwani has done the most work of anybody here in the Intuit Dome. He's running stairs, he's doing interviews, he's on the desk.
I'm living the literal dream. This is my dream, and it's such a huge honor to be here. Francis Ngannou's coming up, selling these hardouts. I've been watching him on internet streams for years, and he just did that in his American debut from Abel's Despite, Olympic bronze medalist, and we still have 2 more fights after that one. Let's keep this show rolling, baby. I love this.
We certainly do. I mean, certainly a lot of action right away tonight. But I really want to talk about the fight that we've got coming up, that being the heavyweights with Ngannou and Lins. What is Ngannou trying to prove by coming back into the cage?
That he is still the baddest man on the planet. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of pressure on a fighter in this position.
Baddest man on the planet? Do we agree with that, chat, or no?
It's going to be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's not going to go to the second.
I don't agree with that.
In his last fight, but that was October 2024. Francis beat a guy named Hennepin. They're expecting the same thing, a first-round finish. So he has to go out there and look the part, look like the baddest man on the planet. Some other great heavyweights.
I am voting for him, though. I'm back. What's up, bro? Appreciate you for coming back.
Here's his chance to remind everyone that he is just that.
Hell, I can't vouch for Ariel. I did see him outside the hotel, running around, getting lean and lean. He was ready for this moment. When I look at Felipe Lins, I talked to Conan Severa, one of the founding members of American Top Team. He told me that Felipe cardio is outstanding. He said his footwork is phenomenal. He knows he has to
Feel like forever.
fighter in this position. He had to be the faster fighter. I was at American Top Team. I haven't been there in 10 years. I'm in the sauna. Felipe's in the sauna. It's flooded with heavyweights in this gym. Not only is he in JDS, it's at least 10 to 15 high-level heavyweights. He's planning to try to steal this moment. He knows that when you're fighting without the pressure, without having to be in your hometown, sometimes you can sneak under the radar.
Can I ask Ryan a question? There's a 30-pound weight gap as of yesterday between these two. Felipe is 30 pounds smaller than Francis. Is that much ado about nothing?
And some of that is by design, as I told you, what did I mean with the match? In the sauna. Why would he be in the sauna? Because some people, I know my natural weight. I know when I get around 190, 187, I'm violent, but I'm not too willing to get injured and fractured, right? He wants to be lighter because he knows he's going to be faster. Don't try to out-power Francis Ngannou. It's going to be a good night for you, my man, right? He has to stick, move, press, twist, glue himself to him, try to go for takedowns and try to exhaust Ngannou and make him feel big trying to get him on the ground.
Okay, so the biggest stage for Felipe Lins in his entire career. Certainly Nick Diaz and Mike Perry have been on plenty of big stages, but it's been a long time since they've been in a cage. What was the reaction to fans finding out they were going to be on this card as the co-main event?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'd like to think that I have the pulse of the MMA fans.
You do.
Rousey, Gina Carano gets announced mid-February. Okay, well, nostalgia play.
What was your favorite memory of YouTube?
Ronda 10 years. Okay, not bad, man. That's not bad. Francis Ngannou. Okay, not bad. Felipe Lins. Not bad.
I have no idea.
Mike Perry. That graphic drops on a Monday morning. I'll never forget it.
I really don't know. Probably my first live stream when I hit 50 subscribers.
As real as it gets, these two guys are cult-like figures in the
Maybe.
They are allergic to boring fights. They're never in boring fights.
Yeah, I have no idea.
There was a real action space that Marco Blanca. We haven't seen that in about 5 years each in MMA. Now, they haven't been inactive. Mike Perry did his thing in the sport of bare knuckle. He became the king of violence in bare knuckle. Nick Diaz did his thing in boxing. He's the true BMF. And so tonight we find out who's truly, you know, I can't say some of these words, but the I can, but I won't.
My favorite memory is getting my first ever subscriber.
I'll give you a guarantee right now. There is no way that Nick Diaz versus Mike
That's a good memory, too.
No way, Absolutely not. It's going to be a barber.
We love that sell. That is still to come. But right now, we're going to check back in with Simply Schools, who has a special guest, I hear.
Uh-oh.
All right, we are Hexagon side. Cherry First, Kuka Nakua, represent LA, obviously. We're here in Intuit Dome, historic night for MMA. Who do you have tonight on the card, the main?
I'm home for 2 in the fights already, but I'm hoping Nate Diaz will bring me back. I'm feeling ready.
I'm 2-0 in the fights already. I'm calling anything right. Big D is winning next. Then I got you. Then I got Robin taking it home.
Oh, you're confident.
I'm going. I'm 2-0 already.
The nights just started good for him, but it's not going to end well for him, just like some of these fights.
There's always a competition here. Have some fun, guys. Back to you.
Ready?
So we are moments away from another heavyweight showdown. Do we continue the streak of first-round knockouts?
Hour and 16 minutes. Not bad. I thought it would be much longer. We only got 30 more fights left, too.
Francis Ngannou, the lineal MMA heavyweight champion, takes on the upset-minded Felipe Lins
6'4",
from
6'2",
Brazil.
267, 230.
Ngannou, 2 inches taller, has the
83, 78,
inch reach advantage. Both of them on long winning streaks.
And he's younger, bro. Francis is just, he got everything on this guy, bro. Height, age, weight, reach. Oh, shit. His base is jiu-jitsu, though. Extreme. 18 and 3, 18 and 5. 12 KOs, 40 first knockouts. The only thing that this guy really has on him is his base. Because his is boxing and his is jiu-jitsu. So.
And there is Felipe Lins. Won the $1 million tournament in the PFL in 2018. Made his debut back in 2005. So he's been at this a while, but he really believes he's going to come out here and spring the upset. And man, would that change this guy's life.
You're tired? Me too, a little bit.
Predator versus the Predator Hunter.
Who y'all got winning?
My opponent.
I got Francis. Yeah, a little bit tired.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Appreciate the emojis.
Introducing first to the cage, fighting out of the red corner, here's Felipe Lins.
40-year-old Felipe Lins is coming back after a 2-year layoff.
Just go to the ring. No, I'm kidding.
Time spent handling personal life issues, recovering physically, and resetting mentally after leaving the UFC. He told us the break was intentional and necessary for becoming healthy and prepared to return to competition. He says Ngannou validates that period of rebuilding and recovery. He is on a 4-fight winning streak, and he knows standing still against.
I want to see somebody get knocked out.
With a freight train.
Yeah, Mark, feeling healthy and sustaining that healthy.
Bro's beard is sick, bro. Bro got 2 braids going down his face. Come on now.
Knowing that you're going to be able to bring 100% of your weapons in this fight.
The underdog told us, hey, this isn't power versus power.
Y'all see that?
Intelligence versus
Bro's beard.
discretion. But against one of the
Look at that shit.
in combat sports history, the question becomes, can Lins survive long enough to make his skill matter?
Yeah, I think it comes down to footwork, his ability to diffuse the pressure of a pressing Ngannou. Got to be able to get in and out and frustrate Ngannou for as long as possible.
Lins, a teammate with Junior Dos Santos, who we saw get knocked out of the first round by Rebelli's Despain, who I'm sure is going to be watching with vested interest, would love a chance to face the winner of this fight. But when he talked to Junior Dos Santos, who previously, by the way, fought him out and was stopped in the first round, but Vince said the value isn't.
Do you play Roblox? Sometimes. Very rarely. I used to a lot, because as you can see on my channel, I played a lot, but I haven't played in like probably a year now. It's been forever. Definitely hasn't been a year, but it's been a long time.
And here is Francis Ngannou, as you mentioned, one of the hardest hitting fighters in heavyweight mixed martial arts history. Made his debut against Tyson Fury. A lot of people, because of that, did extremely well in his boxing debut. Currently on a 7.
Bro's boxing debut was Tyson Fury? Come on now.
Heavyweight champion of the world, the baddest man on the planet. He represents.
Yeah, I feel like he's about to put the whooping on this boy. If I'm being honest.
He's more in the position to come after me than I'm in the position to go after him. So
Height difference is insane.
Fighting out of the blue corner, making his return to the cage, the Lineal MMA Heavyweight Champion!
Alright, bro, appreciate you for joining though.
One of 3 albums yesterday called Iceman, and Ngannou always looking to put his opponent on Iceman. He left the UFC not because he couldn't compete, but because he wouldn't compromise. Now, critics say he sacrificed legacy, but Ngannou told us that he sees it differently. He's looking to provide security, health care, and opportunity for his family. That is the legacy that he says matters. In a sport built on sacrifice, he chose control.
And it came out looking like an executioner, hoping to send another person into the shadow realm. And this is a guy who started out extremely athletic. He was very raw when he came to the sport, quick learner, but has developed into a phenomenal.
Bye, bro. Appreciate you for joining.
Yeah, returns to the sport with one his coach at Extreme Couture, Eric Nixick, called a renewed hunger. He's lighter, sharper, improved cardio, and a mindset that even at 39 continues to evolve. We know about his power, but he has added more grappling skills and another layer beyond power striking.
That came into training camp at the lightest weight, I think, ever. And he talked about his camp and coaches being really happy with his progress.
Yeah, and he told us, hey, he respects Lins. He respects all his opponents, but he sees Lins as a guy with some speed, kicks, and tactical versatility. The question, though, is can Lins survive the first clean shot?
And he looks absolutely shredded. When I saw him on the scale, I said, oh, what is he?
Appreciate that.
230, 235. He was still 257 pounds. Ripped away.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Intuit Dome and live around the world on Netflix, we arrive at the first of our 3 main events of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Our 3 judges scoring this bout in cage side: Ron McCarthy, Jonathan Romero, and Chris Craig. And our referee in charge, when the bell rings, is Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, bro. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 220.6 pounds.
Hopefully somebody gets knocked out.
He enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 18 victories versus 5 defeats. Fighting out of Natal, Rio Grande del Norte, Brazil. Introducing the PFL Heavyweight Tournament champion, Felipe Monstro lives. And now his opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 257 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 18 victories versus just 3 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Cameroon. Introducing the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Introducing the current lineal MMA heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Francis the Brother
No, that one's next. That fight's next.
Follow my instructions. You're gonna have a clean fight. Just rub this good.
No problem, no problem.
Kirby illustration come to life on a 7-fight winning streak in MMA with 6 knockouts. Lynn's looking for his 5th straight win. It would be the upset of the year. The bell in round 1.
Francis said he's going to be very patient, looking for these combinations. Already attacking with a
Already about knocking down, it's crazy.
Mauro Ranallo along with 3-time UFC title challenger Kenny Florian cage side. The left and the right from Ngannou. Oh, from Ngannou. It's Lynn's looking for the takedown, but now Ngannou's looking for the guillotine choke.
Yeah, that was a crushing body kick by Ngannou, but Lynn's in on a nice connection here with this body lock.
Looking for his 2nd guillotine choke. The first submission of his career back in 2014 was via the guillotine for Ngannou. First minute of the first round. And the break as Lynn's putting his size on Ngannou, but he's the smaller man.
In my country now? Oh, yeah.
Good job with that left overhook. See if he can circle away from the cage here.
While Lynn's has dabbled in heavyweight, he was most successful at 205, but having the opportunity of a lifetime here on this landmark event, the first MMA card on Netflix.
Decent kick to the leg.
Willing to enter the danger zone right up with the right hand.
Oh.
Looking for the takedown. The sprawl by Ngannou.
Yeah, nasty sprawl by Francis. Now let it be.
Oh, shit. Get up, Francis. Get up, get up, get up.
Vince has to use those leg frames to try to create space, get back to his feet.
Wants to control Ngannou's posture. Stop the barrage of blows.
The guy on the bottom, his base is jiu-jitsu, so I wouldn't want to get on the ground with that guy.
To the head of Francis Ngannou, and when Francis postures up, it could be over.
But Francis seems like he got pretty good defense.
We've had back-to-back first-round knockouts, and Ngannou in position right
Them hits are
now,
definitely getting him
could very well be the beginning of the end for Lynn's, but Lynn's
stumbling a little bit.
on his back.
Yeah, doing a good job with his leg frames. He's trying to off-balance Francis Ngannou. Good job getting back to his feet. But each shot's here.
Series of right hands. Lynn still standing after taking
Already
the
bleeding.
thunder of Francis Ngannou. Lynn's in a southpaw stance, hands down, and just about
That would have been nasty if it
I
didn't.
think he's still dazed and confused here.
left, another left hand, another right hand. It's all the
Yeah, no, he's dazed.
Francis Ngannou
Get him, Frank.
playing
Go.
with his foot.
That's a nice overhand by Lance, yes.
Pretty good hit.
Ngannou, though, showing patience, not rushing for the knockout.
They keep grappling him. They keep grappling him. Snake on my phone.
An offensive onslaught for Ngannou. Body shots.
This might be the first fight tonight that goes to the second round
This clinch is helping Lins to kind of
that we've seen. I didn't see the other ones because they were earlier and wasn't live on Netflix. But so far, the only ones, this might be the only one that went to the next round.
getting his win back as well.
But he's still scoring with those body
Francis face, bro. Francis face. Knock him out.
Trying to cause a break, change levels for the takedown, but eats another punch to the breadbasket and another body blow by Ngannou and another one.
Oh, these are nasty. Lynch needs to
Them are nasty gut
get to the
shots.
center of the hexagon here.
Francis Ngannou.
Not gonna lie, he's eating them though. He's eating them.
Holding on for dear life, looking for the trip takedown, but Ngannou is not budging.
Yeah, Lynch is looking for that sag.
257, sorry, Kenny.
But the cage was right in the way, so he decided to bail on that. I think it's a smart decision.
Final minute of the opening round, a steady diet of body shots by Ngannou. Lynch turns.
Francis, get him off him, bro.
Puts him on the fence.
Knock him out.
He's spoiled by the back-to-back
Oh yeah, there we go.
first
Throw
round
hands.
knockouts. Bowie and
Oh, yeah.
looking for the KO. Lynch is swinging for the fence as well from the southpaw stance.
Oh, oh.
Down goes Lynch. Lynch is laid out. The Predator has just
Good night, bro. Didn't even go to the second round. They're all in the first round.
Ngannou, the hardest hitter in MMA, and for that matter, maybe in combat sports.
That's all he needs. One
Yeah, that's crazy.
and he gets it done here. Like many expected, I thought Lynch did a good
Knocked him
job.
out. That's what I wanted.
There's some really scary moments in round one, but in the end, he could not deny Francis Ngannou's power and speed.
Welcome back to MMA. Francis Ngannou, 8 consecutive wins, his 7th knockout in that streak. A courageous Felipe Lins couldn't
I think we're about to see him face off with Jake Paul. I don't know why I keep using that emoji.
Landed.
Remember the left upper
Look at this,
the
look.
knockout of the year back in
Good night.
2017. It's Francis Ngannou closing the
Bro went
show
down
with
limp.
3 first-round knockouts.
Like, bro ragdolled himself.
Guys, the investors pulled our funding.
Only 2 ads this time, though, thankfully, but
I guess I'll just start running a cash flow analysis.
that was a pretty good fight, yo.
Like acrobats?
Knocked him out like I want to see.
Homeowners from Custom Ink. More water, more productivity, more fun and more strategy.
Custom Ink can't fix all of your business needs, right? And first,
All over this.
I love Dr. Pepper, by the way.
your team for the road ahead. With over 10,000 swag options, Ink is more than you think.
But yeah, next is Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. That's going to be a banger. I'm voting for Nate Diaz, obviously. Mike Perry could win, though, and I will not be surprised. But I got Nate Diaz winning. And then after that is the main event, which is Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. I don't know. Fucking know how to pronounce it. And we are back.
Francis Ngannou doesn't throw punches. He serves eviction notices to consciousness. The Predator knocks out Felipe Lins and improves to 19-3.
Hopefully we see him and Jake Paul face off, bro. I want to see him
As
call
the
it.
lineal MMA heavyweight champion, and this is
Check this
how
out.
it ended. The left hook dropping Lins. Referee Herb Dean.
Let's get one more replay on that. I didn't even see
And
that.
it's another impressive stoppage win for Francis Ngannou.
Okay.
As Lins gets
From that
stopped.
angle it landed, but
Knockout for the
that one
fifth
angle it didn't
time.
look like it landed that
But the
much.
Predator
But it did.
serving notice that he is still a
Check it
force
right.
to be reckoned with.
Right.
Went
Boom.
into a brief foray into boxing.
Oh, right there.
Knocked down then champion Tyson Fury before losing a controversial decision in his pro boxing debut. He got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, but this is how you get back on track.
Good sportsmanship. Always love to see that.
Ngannou turning out the lights on Felipe Lins. Let's make it official with Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hernandez calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 31 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner
I hear him on my
knockout, Francis the Predator Ngannou.
A look at one of the most intimidating forces in combat.
Come on, Jake.
sports.
Where you at, bro? I want to see face off with. Oh, there he is. Come on, Jake.
Delivering the goods.
Francis, call out Jake. Call out Jake. Call out Jake.
Thank you so very much, Mauro Falsies.
Call out Jake, please.
Congratulations. You did it again, my friend.
I'm gonna pause this
Can you
video. All right.
describe what it's like knocking a man out like that, out cold?
Well, I'm gonna give a lot of respect to Philippe because he was tougher than what I thought. You know,
He was eating them shots, bro. He was eating them body shots.
and I keep on going really good. I'm like, okay, we have a tough guy here. We have a solid guy. He's glitching, you know. And then, yeah, I just keep composed and then know that there will come a moment. And I keep hearing.
I hope he calls out Jake.
He's gonna say, oh, 1 minute.
Okay, I'm back.
Like, okay, 1 minute. We're gonna get it done.
I was
Again, in the
1%
first round,
into
you know,
getting
there was so much chatter, so much talk surrounding you. Do you think you reminded everyone exactly who Francis Ngannou is tonight?
Well, if somebody doesn't remember who I am, then he must have a amnesia or something. Because the statement is here tonight again. It's just another one. It's not like the first one. It's not like I'm making a statement. It's just another reminder.
You know, 2025, you didn't fight. First year in your pro career, you took off. Your last MMA fight was in 2024, October of 2024. I was wondering if at any point you worried you would feel rusty out there, if you needed some time. What do you think?
No, I wasn't worried about my aggressiveness, you know, because one thing that I know about myself is that it's an instinct. It's something that I have. It's not something that I have to trigger. It's just in me. It comes along.
Bro, look at Jake, bro.
I don't have to do much for it, so I just have to be prepared and have the energy, the agility.
All right, bro. Appreciate you for joining, man.
And everything around it.
Look at Jake,
Earlier
though.
tonight, we saw Robelis respond, say that he wanted you to win and he wanted to fight you next. What do you make of that?
Well, he had a very good knockout. I think we are running.
Tell me he
we are
wants
running
Jake
for
next.
the performance of the night, but I mean, he makes himself legit, even though I think I can handle him. I believe I can handle him. Basically, they want to have stuff tonight. I just have a knockout, but nothing impressive for me, for my style.
I understand. You know, I'd be remiss if I don't ask you this. During your fight, sitting right over there was Johnny Bones Jones. I believe he's sitting right over there right now in the vicinity of that shot. You see him right there. He's standing up with his arms. What do you want to say to John Jones, who is here watching you fight?
John Jones.
Well, as I said before, John Jones is a great fighter, probably the best that I've ever done the MMA. But I think in terms of business, we still have something to learn, and we should be watching what I'm doing and learn. And then if he gets it now, we should be able to figure it out and come we make this fight, because this fight can happen before we retire.
Do you think he wants to fight you?
I believe so, but I think his cage. He doesn't know how to get out of the cage yet. He doesn't know where the hole in the cage.
How would that go?
That fight's gonna be so
How
good.
would it go?
Well, I see myself victorious. Period.
And also, could I just ask this experience with MVP? Because right over there is Jake Paul, and yesterday I saw him having some words for you. And so what has this experience been like for you fighting for MVP, and what did you make of perhaps some of the disrespect he showed you yesterday?
Well, first of all, Jake Paul is not running MVP. So he's just a blah 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 guy. The kids are run the business. So as far as business concerned, I think one thing that he was good at it to acknowledge that it's limited business way and then find a proper guy that can run a business side, then he can keep doing his shit, because what he was doing wasn't quite the stuff. But the experience was good. We have a good
funny.
by the team. Everything was going on, being taken care of, my team, everybody. I didn't have to personally engage very much, because everything was going directly to my team and they were handling everything. So it was quite an easy process.
John is perhaps contractually tied up. He is not. Do you want him next?
Come on, bro. I mean, I assume he's a boy now. He's a man now. Last time I saw him, he was still a boy. So, I don't know. Maybe he has grown up by what I have seen. Basically, by what I have listening. So,
Let me ask him. Jake, what'd you think? You said some words about him yesterday, but that was pretty impressive, no?
yeah, no, as a fighter, as his promoter, you know, I'm here to
Oh,
help.
yeah, appreciate you.
I'm very impressed with Francis Ngannou tonight and his performance. LA showed up, showed out. What we're doing is making history here tonight. Francis is a part of that as a fighter. MVP is here to get fighters paid more, to give them another platform that gets more views than the UFC. That's exactly what we're doing. We're creating a new home. This is a moment in history. And so me and Francis can maybe box one day, but tonight, as a promoter and helping him as a business partner, he came here, and I respect him for that, and he put on an incredible performance. So as a businessman, we're going to work together and continue to help grow MMA and help fighters. And on the boxing side, maybe we can fight one day.
Hey, fair enough. Englewood showing you love, as always. Last thing for you, Francis. Let's make something crystal clear right here and now. Are you the best heavyweight in the world?
Period. There's not a question to be asked. I'm the fucking best. Period. I mean, you have any argument for it?
John Jones is laughing at it. I can't wait for that shit.
And I think you proved that once again tonight. Englewood, make some noise for the Predator, Rousey, and Ngannou.
W knockout, W fight.
And you see him there in Ngannou, a huge favorite. Before tonight, he'd not fought in over 18 months. Certainly, you could not tell. Tyron, he looked great. He moved to 19-3 in his career, including 13 knockouts, 10 of those in the first round like we saw tonight.
He looked great. Philippe Lewis came out. He was durable. He was standing in there. He was trying not to get knocked out. Unfortunately, it was too much power. It was sheets, blankets, layers, and power coming towards him. I want to talk about this fight so bad.
Nate Diaz versus Mike Fury coming up next.
And I gave him an opportunity to reply back to what Francis Ngannou said. He said he's the best heavyweight in the world, right? He said we can do this fight. It's on you. You're not a businessman that can get it done. And what I'm gonna say is there's a ticket to everything, right? Tell the Netflix board, tell Nikisha them to pick up the tab when the suits come to make this fight happen. That way this fight can happen, and they can be in position to do so.
You know what? I got to focus on trying to get out of my UFC contract. That's going to be the difficult part. This fight's going to happen. Going outside, I don't think Dana's interested in doing business with Francis. So doing it with MVP would probably be the only way to make it happen. If we get out of my contract, that'd be great.
You want to respond? Francis Ngannou says he's the best heavyweight in the world. Do you agree? Francis says he's the best heavyweight.
He's the best heavyweight in the world.
Tonight he looked good, but he also fought against a guy that weighed like 220 pounds. That guy was afraid to engage with Francis. He definitely wasn't on the same kickboxing level as Francis. But I thought Francis was very impressive tonight. He's starting to throw kicks. He threw really nice high kicks tonight. And so I'm just excited to see what's next for him.
What I was saying was, I don't know if you heard what I said, John, but I'm saying to have Nikisha and to have Netflix pick up the tab for the legal bill that is going to cost to get you to make this fight. It's a cost to everything, right?
Absolutely.
So the litigation, whatever it would take to make this fight happen, they're in position to do that. It's not the first time it's been done. You've seen Conor McGregor fight against Floyd Mayweather. Something had to happen for that to happen. You are in position to do that fight more than you know.
How cool would that be? You know, you heard it here first. I didn't even think of that idea. But having those guys cover the tab, I wonder if they'd be interested in doing that.
Colin Kaepernick, right? He wanted to be tampons. And in most situations, he's picked up that tab. The biggest promotion, the best marketing out there ever spent. If they want to make that fight happen, there's angles and ways to make that fight happen. You know what I mean?
I love that the desk has become a brainstorming session on legalese. Now we can get John out of his contract. John, I know you're having a hard time. I know you're having a hard time hearing right now. But I do want to talk about the main event tonight. That being Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. You and Ronda were two of the faces of UFC at the same time. What is it like watching her walk back into the cage tonight?
I'm eager to watch that fight tonight. I'm a thing with Ronda Rousey. I've always had been. Her and I were really close friends years ago, and I think it's just historic to have her back in the cage. I think she's going to do amazing tonight. I think the moment she puts her hands on Gina, it's going to be bad news for Gina. I can see this being a first round stoppage.
John, when you look
Like every other match.
you guys are all in suits. There was a general with you and Anderson.
Every fight so far is stopped in the first round. Hopefully it keeps it that way, guys. And it's not as long.
Is this a fight that you were really looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gina Carano is the reason why Ronda got here today. I mean, she really paved the way for all of women's MMA. And she's a lot older, but I think she's worked really hard to be back in this position. I know she's lost a lot of weight. And this is the fight for the fans that absolutely had to happen.
You're having a lot of fun, man. I'm seeing you doing reality TV, right? You got your league going, Dirty Boxing going. Are you really retired?
You know, I think I am. I'm a really good agent. It's like the Cowboy Brothers. And these guys keep me busy. I'm constantly on the road, bringing my businesses and endorsing other businesses. So, you know, I feel like if things working to go so well, I would feel the pressure to be back in the cage, but things are going so well on the professional level that I really have no reason to fight anymore.
So the door is not closed, though. You said I think. You said I think, not I know. Because we've got two fighters tonight, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, that also thought that they were retired John Bone Jones.
Those girls also don't have arthritis. So, I mean, that'll slow you down. It's crazy. I've been a high-level athlete my whole life, and I feel like God, it was just like any time to slow it down. So now I'm using the love that I have in the MMA community to do other things. I'm coaching Gable Stevenson. I think he's going to be the greatest. He's going to be the greatest talent I've ever seen. He's just absolute wonderful students, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun together.
Enjoy life as a spectator instead of a fighter in the cage. John Bone Jones, thank you so much for joining us here at the desk. Enjoy the rest of this historic night as we've got much more for the City of Angels Fight Night right here on Netflix and across the world continues after this as we get ready for Gina Carano.
Bro, Ronda just sleeping?
Okay, I thought she was asleep. Just stretching.
Oh, stretching.
Wait, what TikTok?
Five ads, bro. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you for joining the live. 5 ads is insane, but we'll wait it. It's only 2 minutes until Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry.
Roomba presents everyone's favorite. With deep edge corner mopping and self-washing mop pad, messes don't stand a chance, so Buster can keep making them.
This is all you?
With Roomba, dirt dustles up. Plus, without a washtop, it even cleans itself. With 4 times more power lifting suction, the kids get to eat on the couch. Roomba keeps floors cleaner than you ever could.
Deep down, we've always had something special. But you have to go when no one's watching. To see how special you really are.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfect. Perfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
These ads are fucking bullshit. Squeaky ass drawers, bro.
You've invited us into your house. Now, welcome to ours. Open in Dallas and Philly. Get your tickets today.
Welcome back. Electric atmosphere inside the Intuit Dome here in Inglewood, California. No one in UFC history, man or woman, has had more finishes in under 35 seconds than Ronda Rousey. But her last fight was 3,424 days ago. And as the years passed, her life became less about jumping
3,424 days ago.
about spotlighting the dust.
That's how long her last fight was ago?
It's hard to imagine.
Oh, I was about to say, no shot, there's ads again.
Away from the roar of the crowd she once absorbed.
Jokes are dirty, but man, their edge is so good.
But here, east of Los Angeles,
Bro, get to the fight.
former champion
Get to the fight,
found
bro.
just that.
This isn't all shit. A lot of it's dirt.
A sanctuary built on balance. Not much different than a dojo. Where as a young kid,
I want to do
the
that.
gentle art of judo came easy.
I remember the first day I did judo, they didn't have a hair tie. My hair was all crazy all over the place, and I was like trying to do it. I can't really say it either way, but I was like a prodigy at it. You usually start judo when you're like 6. My first tournament was on my 11th birthday. 6 years later, I was the youngest person from any country at the Olympics in judo.
Rousey's meteoric rise in the sport culminated at the 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing, where she won bronze, becoming the first American woman to earn an Olympic medal in judo. But the structured confines of the sport began to feel restricted, and with the path to women's MMA now clear, thanks to Gina Carano, Rousey sensed an opportunity.
You peak in judo in your mid-20s. And I was already a world Olympic medalist at 21, and maybe I just needed a break from judo. And so when I saw MMA becoming a thing, and I saw Gina Carano doing it, I was like, wait a minute. They want what they want? Like, no one stands them up? I know. I'm like, dude, I would fucking kill her. So that's one thing that drew me to MMA is how uninvolved the referees are.
I got Ronda winning.
That's fine.
So, I agree with everything she's saying, but like, chill out, bro.
I had like a really unique style, grouping and all of that, and fighting for position is something that I was the best at in judo ever. We do it way better in the floor.
Ever?
They tried to get you up so quickly in judo, so I had to be transitioning into my submission already on the way to the ground. That's why my submissions are so fast. That's why I work so quickly. It applies so well to MMA. You see my judo in my fighting. MMA allowed me to like finally like unleash me in the way that like judo was holding me back.
Can we just get to the fight? Right, damn.
The Intuit Dome as we get ready for two.
No offense, I just don't want to bullshit.
Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, also Nate Diaz and Mike Perry are on the way. Not on the way, already here with us, co-founder of MVP, Jake Paul is joining us. A historic night, and we've already had 3 straight first round KOs. What do you make of what you've seen so far, Jake?
Yeah, MVP MMA is delivering. This is absolutely insane. I think God has blessed us with these amazing first-round finishes here tonight. Blessed to be here. Just so happy for a historic event that we're putting on and changing the sport of MMA. This is it. This is now. This is the moment. And I get goosebumps just thinking about being able to help these fighters, giving them another place to go where there's just as much viewership, if not more, and more money for these fighters. So the future is here, and I'm just blessed. Let me ask you a two-parter here if I can. Number one, you feel like you have put the MMA world on notice with this event? And number two, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Nikita, which is it a one and done, or are you 100% committed to keeping this thing going? Yeah, I think the MMA world is on notice for sure. We have some of the best talent in the world fighting here tonight. Some viral finishes, obviously the biggest streaming platform in the world. You know, there's already rumors about the numbers being circulated online, and they're even better and bigger than what we expected. And that's how the MVP team and the MVP brand does it. Shout out to the fighters also for, you know, doing all the promotion, putting in the work. We all made this happen together as a team. It's just amazing to be a part of it. And This is not the one and done thing that people might think it is. This is the start of something massive. Me and Nikisa are hungry. We're hungry for the fighters. We're hungry to make change. We're hungry to grow this sport and continue to evolve it and give the fighters more pay, the pay that they deserve, the moments that they deserve, and another home where they can become superstars. And that's what we're doing here tonight. So this is the start of something magical.
I do want to talk about our main event. We've got two co-main events, but I want to talk about Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. We just saw the package there. I know that you said you were inspired by Ronda Rousey as a kid to take up judo because of her. So what does it feel like to be a part of this moment and returning her back to the cage for the first time in a decade?
It's definitely surreal. It's a pinch me moment. I'm here with Anderson Silva, John Jones, all of the MMA legends are in the building. I grew up watching these guys, and so to be able to work with them and help them, give them a platform, it's absolutely insane. And I think it just shows anything is possible with the power of manifestation and believing in yourself.
It's really amazing, and you put it very well. You know, earlier in the week, Jake, I do have to ask you about this, because earlier in the week we did an interview, and you said you're considering retirement because of the jaw. There are people in your life who are saying maybe it's time. And then like a day later, you're on the street saying Canelo 200 million. So like, what's the real and what's not the real here? What are we doing?
So when we did our interview, it was before I went to the hospital to do the checkup on my jaw. 2 days later, I go to the hospital, and my doctor says I can spar in 2 to 3 months, and everything is healing perfectly.
Okay.
So that was the change in the narrative.
So now you're leaning back towards. Oh, you're back. Okay.
I'm back.
Again,
I'm cleared. I'm cleared. 2 to 3 months, I'm cleared to start sparring again. And so I'm gonna do MMA. I'm gonna do an MMA fight for sure.
Next up,
Jake in MMA?
Not next. Going back into boxing. We will see. There's a long list of opponents out there. But just going to get slowly back into training and figure out when I'm going to make that return.
We've got two fighters that are pretty familiar with your boxing prowess tonight, that being Nate Diaz and Mike Perry, who are fighting next year. What did you learn about them as fighters after facing them in the ring?
Yeah. You know, Nate Diaz is extremely tough, durable. His cardio is on another level. He's a warrior. He loves this. He's having fun in there. And when a guy is relaxed, they're hard to beat. And he seems in
Bro, 5 minutes till the next fight, bro? Are you kidding?
He's locked in. He's dialed. He seems jolly. It's like almost a new birth of Nate Diaz. I've never seen him like this before. And I think when he's in a mode like this, he can be very dangerous. And Mike Perry, on the other hand, is one of the toughest guys in the world. Bare knuckle, throws absolute bombs, rockets. He does not stop. He's absolutely a zombie. He just keeps on coming forward. And so Nate Diaz, you know, as tough as he is, he might have a tougher opponent in Mike Perry. So I don't know if we're going to see a brawl or if Nate's going to try to take him to the ground and submit him.
I can't wait to see how it plays out. Obviously,
I want to see hands, bro. I don't want no grappling bullshit. I want them to beat the fuck out of each
You know,
other.
that's a great question. And
Knockout again.
Towards Nate Diaz, okay. I think he has a better all-around MMA game. I think if it stays standing, then Mike Perry can stay in the fight for a while. But if I was Nate Diaz, I would want to take it to the ground and try to get into his jiu-jitsu skills.
There it is. We have the fan favorites coming up in just a minute as we say thank you so much, Nicole. Enjoy your cage side seat. It's nice. You've got like a whole domain where they come and they hug you and they greet you and kiss the ring a little bit. We love that for you. It's a really good life to be Jake Paul. We appreciate you. Of course, we are anticipating the return of Gina Carano as well. After 17 years away, she's walking back into the spotlight tonight with a chance to add another chapter to a legacy that helped change the sport forever. A true trailblazer, someone who's never taken the easy road and somehow still built history because of it.
Raised amidst the neon allure and tempting background of Las Vegas, Gina Carano instinctively sought the grit of an untamed path. A teenage rebellion against what would be considered...
Since they're showing this now, I don't want to see it when their fight actually happens, because their fight's not even yet. And they're showing shit about this, so hopefully they don't show it again.
About having a future. You're supposed to go to law school.
Just unnecessary in my opinion.
Definitely going to college. I didn't like money being held up in my head. So that's when I met Kevin.
The second I laid my eyes on her, I was in love forever.
We were young, And we're living a life that we lost a lot of friends to drugs, alcohol, murder. It's not a good
Murder?
place to be. How badly can we destroy our lives? And that's the life we lived in Vegas. And Kevin decided that he was going to stop drinking and start training Muay Thai.
At that time, there was no Muay Thai in America. It was non-existent. You couldn't even tell people you fought Muay Thai. They didn't know what it was.
I walked into the gym that he was training at, and this little Thai man came up to me, Master Chan, my first ever coach, and he said, "Oh, baby, you're fat. You need to lose weight." And I was like, yeah, okay, all right, let's start training. Once you start training, it is so addictive. You fall in love with it. I lost 30 pounds, and I had my first fight 6 months later.
Success arrived early and often, with wins in her first 7 fights. And as the women's side of MMA began to catch up,
I'm not going to be surprised if she beats the shit out of Ronda, but I got Ronda winning.
as bright as the lights of Las Vegas.
All right, people, it is time to take a look at the betting markets for our co-main event with the Tale of the Bet. It's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, and here putting on his gambling hat to give us his perspective is DraftKings MMA analyst Kenny Gloria. Hey, Kenny.
Thanks, Alex. Excited to see this go down tonight. I'll just say it's going to be a good one. So every MMA fight ends one of 3 ways: by decision, submission, or knockout. Decision means the judges scored after all the rounds are over. A submission happens when a fighter forces a tap or a stoppage on the ground, and a KO or TKO is a significant strike that ends the fight. So DraftKings prices each of these outcomes separately, so you're not just picking who wins, but how they win. And for me, the Diaz brothers, it's all about respect, and I don't think the odds makers are giving the Diaz brothers respect here. Yes, Mike Perry is very dangerous. He's definitely capable of winning by knockout here, but in 20 years, Nate Diaz has only been stopped twice, one of them by cut. So I actually like him as an underdog pick. I think there's a lot of value there on the legend, Nate Diaz.
Okay, we haven't seen Nate Diaz in an MMA ring for about 4 years, so maybe that's where you're getting a little bit of that as well. All right, DraftKings Sportsbook is the official betting partner of Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. Right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5, get $100 in bonus bets instantly by downloading the app and using promo code RING when you sign up. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Are we joking? Are we joking? More ads, about 4 of them.
And DraftKings is your home for all the action. Bet the winner, the method of victory, or even which round it all goes down. When the fight takes over Netflix, don't just watch it, be part of it with DraftKings. And right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Just download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping fully clean, because he was relying on the dry stuff to wipe. Well, what man didn't realize is that wetter is better. Behold, wet extra large dude wipes. See how wet dude wipes completely clears while dry toothpaste leaves, leaving debris behind. There it is. It's the itch, the switch, the wet extra large dude wipes, for the best cleaning, hands down.
Total power doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. And it begins with a network as powerful as you. With Total Wireless, you have the power with unlimited 5G wireless with no contract and no caps. Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy on us. When you have total power, there's no slowing you down. Switch to Total Wireless. That's a total power move.
The Burrows is not a last chapter. It's a new beginning.
There are wonders in the Burrows.
It's impossible. Nothing's impossible anymore.
See if we're going to be able to see the fight or not.
Thus far been a knockout. consecutive first-round KOs, and we've arrived to the people's main event. No filters, no apologies. Nate Diaz and Mike Perry treat violence like performance art, with blood as punctuation and chaos as
They're pretty even.
Diaz looking to
41,
maximize
34,
a
6, 5, 10,
advantage.
160, 169, 76, basic jiu-jitsu,
And we're here. We have
boxing.
Nate Diaz representing, of course, Nick Diaz Academy. See a bunch of finishes there. 4 knockouts, 13 submissions, 11 KOs for his opponent, Mike Perry.
Oh,
This
shit.
should be a fun one here, Paul.
Mike Perry got 11 KOs, and Nate Diaz only got 4, I think it was. 4 to 3.
Give us the 4.
So he's definitely not going to knock him out, but he's probably going to submit him. Because Nate Diaz has like 14 submissions.
Obviously has had a ton of success in bare knuckle fighting. 6-0. Only been submitted once. I think he's going to need that submission defense here, potentially against Nate Diaz.
This fight's not ending in 1 round, I don't think.
He is still the reigning defending king of violence champion. He is the platinum one, Mike Perry!
After everything I've proven, human violence, the bare knuckle fighting, I'm gonna hit me like he's never been hit before. I'm gonna be all over this motherfucker like white on rice. I'm the little BMF.
I got Diaz winning.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at our second main event of the evening. 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first to the cage, hiding out of the red corner, here is Mike Perry.
Mike Perry told us that survival shaped him long before fighting ever did. A childhood split between Michigan and Florida left him constantly battling to belong. A road that spiraled through drugs, probation trouble, and jail, until a job at a UFC gym changed everything. What started as work became the rise of Platinum, one of combat sports' most volatile and unforgettable personalities.
Well, Mike has matured so much over the years. And I'm curious to see how he's going to adapt to the 5-minute round format here when he's been used to 2-minute rounds. So now it may not matter either way because he's so explosive and he's going to look for the knockout here, but interested to see how he adapts.
Perry steps back into MMA for the first time in more than 5 years, rebuilt through bare-knuckle warfare, and believing he is more complete than ever. Long known for his pressure, power, and pure chaos, Perry says this version is smarter. But against a guy like Nate Diaz, Perry knows the mission is simple. Bring the violence before Diaz finds his rhythm.
I think that's exactly what he needs to do. He understands the assignment. Can he get out the durable Nate Diaz early, though?
All right, bro, getting on.
A father of 2, looking to make a successful return to MMA. 11 of his 14 wins have come due to his punching power.
All right, let's take a look at the legend, Nate Diaz, founder of the BMF title. You can look that up if you don't know what BMF means. This is his 35th pro MMA fight, and with that level of experience and with that third-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, this guy is going to be a problem if it goes in the later rounds.
He is the real BMF. He is the one and only Nathan Diaz.
I think I'm better than everybody everywhere. The whole world I can take over, so that's what I'm after. He's another guy does the same thing.
killer begin.
And now, fighting out of the blue corner is the West Coast in the building for Nate
Anticipation for the people's main event is higher than Nate Diaz on any day ending in Y. Fighting in mixed martial arts for the first time since 2022 when he submitted Tony Ferguson in round 4 with a guillotine choke at UFC 279. During his stint in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Diaz won Fight of the Night honors 8 times. Kenny, he's made a career out of drowning opponents in deep water, the pace, the pressure, the psychological warfare. And listen to this response. One of MMA's biggest anti-heroes, a cult favorite, he and his brother Nick, as authentic as they get.
Now, his superpower has been durability and toughness, and he's used it to win so many fights over the years in a bunch of different combat sports venues, whether it's boxing or stand-up or whatever it is. This guy is the real deal, but I think he's at his best when he's doing mixed martial arts. And Nate Diaz is a legend for a reason. They absolutely love him here in Cali.
Against Conor McGregor at UFC 196, he absorbed the early precision. He extended the fight into deep water, forced McGregor to work at an exhausting pace, and then capitalized once the movement slowed. Panic started, and then all of a sudden it was a rear naked choke heard around the world. And even to defeat in the rematch, Diaz still managed to drag McGregor into a narrow, exhausting war, despite knockdowns and severe leg damage.
I tell you what, it's been a little bit since we've seen him in MMA, but this is the best I have seen him. He physically looks phenomenal.
He was born the day after Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hitman Hearns, their Thriller, which happened on April 15th, 1985. He shares his birthday with Gina Carano, who we will see in the main event. He also shares his birthday with Papa Ronaldo, watching tonight in the Black Metropolis of Mount Lehman, British Columbia, Canada. The real baddest mother ever. Nate Diaz against the king of violence, Mike Perry. Enough said.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are all set for our second main event of the evening, live around the world on Netflix. 5 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Our 3 of this scoring is not a cage side. Rafael Davis, Chris Lee, and Marcel Borrell. And our referee in charge for the bell rings is Mike Beltran. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with gray trim, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighing at 169.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 14 wins versus 8 defeats, with 11 of those wins by knockout. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, many fighters can be gold, but only one is platinum. Mike Perry! And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighs at 168.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the hexagon with a professional MMA record of 22 wins versus 13 defeats, with 14 of those wins coming by way of submission with 4 knockouts. Fighting out of Stockton, California, ladies Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for the king of the West Coast, Nate Diaz!
Need to cut the tension with a chainsaw.
Jump in over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Tough stuff now, people. The sound of the bell, come on out and handle your business. Let's go.
From Stockton streets to
Dude's beard is wild.
Nate
I fuck with
Diaz
it.
turned toughness into mythology. Mike Perry turned unpredictability into an art form. We're about to see poetry written in punches. Scheduled for 5.
Do we think this is going to end in the first round, or do you think he's going to be able to make it to the second round?
First MMA event has delivered 3 consecutive first-round knockouts, and Perry immediately on the hunt, landing the right hand.
Perry's being smart when he got to get in there quick.
Go up and over the guard of Nate Diaz. Nate doing a good job of clinching.
When it comes to Mike Perry, one touch can be too much. And he's already touching up Diaz. Diaz now from the southpaw stance, working that educated jab.
Yeah, and I like how blatant Nate is. He's trying to make himself a little bit longer, increase that range. Of course, very well known for that jab. Needs to continue to pump that out. Nice elbow
from Perry. Close range knee from Perry. He's got the collar tie. Knee to the liver by Mike Perry. Another elbow from Perry. Diaz ducking. Perry's got his back. It's all Mike Perry early.
Yeah, what a throw!
On he goes. Shades of Rowdy. Ronda Rousey by Diaz.
No, Diaz, get him off, bro. Get him off you, bro.
Beautiful throw there from Nate Diaz, but briefly.
Kicks from Diaz. Perry looking to drop those heavy right hands. Ground and pound from Perry. And now it's Diaz looking
There we go, there we go. There we go.
Diaz extremely dangerous even from the guard.
Oh, yeah, it's over. Oh, I thought he had it. I thought he had it.
Just switching into an inside hook potentially. Nate Diaz, one of the most prolific submission artists in mixed martial arts history.
12 of his 21 wins have come via submission.
He lost the knee line. Now he's able to potentially get on top. Nice scramble from Mike Perry.
Get up, Diaz. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Diaz wants to be on the ground. Feels more safe there. Don't blame him.
Just over 3 minutes left in the first.
Perry's being smart. He's going in there quick with it. Jabs.
Comes forward, hands forward. Diaz looking to read Perry, try to find a way to work the jab, follow up with the left hand. Jab from Perry, body shot by Perry.
Good body shot.
Perry has slowed down significantly, as has Nate Diaz.
Yep. Straight just dropped, more tired than a fire stove. 2:42 left in the first round, and man, the pace. Oh, and a body shot by Perry. That hurt Diaz. Diaz trying to clinch.
Yeah, there was a strong knee upstairs.
The body shots are deadly.
Midway point of the round, and Diaz showing early signs of fatigue, and he is feeling the power of Perry.
No question about it. Those body shots aren't helping either. Another body shot from Mike Perry.
Yeah, Mike Perry might win, to be honest. It's not looking good for Diaz.
He is lighting up Nate Diaz. Diaz fires the jab. Left hook lands for Perry. Another body shot by Perry. Diaz trying to
Stick in there, Diaz. You know. 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes.
Left in the round. Another left hand by Perry.
Just keep your distance from that, bro. He needs to keep his distance, wear him out, then go in for the lip.
Doesn't want to waste all of his energy here in round 1. We know how strong Nate Diaz is later on in the round.
Perry showing no signs of cage corrosion. There's that jab.
Or just throw out of nowhere haymakers, knock him out. Or get him on the ground, break his ankle, something. It's not looking good for Diaz.
He's going to want a jab. He's to move that head and counter. The left hand of Diaz is pretty low here.
Diaz is busted open.
With an overhead right.
Just a little cut on the side though.
Susceptible to cuts, a lot of scar tissue around his eyes. There's a right hand by Perry.
Yeah, Mike Perry switching to southpaw here.
Nate wiped his eye. I find he getting in his eye.
And Diaz already told to the
Ooh, that was a pretty good hit.
right eye of Diaz, but never holding down. Nate Diaz coming forward, putting together the combination. A minute left to the first.
Now looks like Nate Diaz is recovering.
Come on, man. Oh, Mike Perry busted open too.
see Nate Diaz start to attack the body of Mike Perry to try to slow him down.
Oh yeah.
45 seconds left in the round. Toe to toe they go.
Stay in there, Diaz. Stay in
Set
there.
a trap, potentially backing himself up to the fence. Crowd chanting Diaz.
Diaz, come on.
Knee up the middle by Perry, but Diaz putting together the combos. Yeah, 100%, but I like how Mike Perry is mixing up his strikes. He's throwing kicks, he's throwing knees and elbows as well.
Oh, you got him. Slam him
Diaz
down.
has an opportunity here.
15 seconds. Come on.
Unable to do it.
Come on, Diaz. Come on, Diaz.
Reversal by Mike Perry. Final it's elbows from Mike Perry. Putting it on.
5 seconds. Come on, Diaz. Come on. Back up.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation. Not like it feels.
All right, that first round definitely went to Mike Perry. Not even gonna lie, but at least Diaz stayed in there, bro.
Extra large dude lights.
You need to get him on the ground. He needs to go in for the legs instantly. Pick him up, slam him, get him on the ground, submit him.
Extra large dude lights. It must be.
W is a personal care brand created by Jake Paul, built for young men who are putting in the work. W just released its new and improved deodorant now with more scent, more glide, more sweat protection. Get it on Amazon or at Walmart stores nationwide. W, because smelling good isn't just about hygiene, it's about confidence, and confidence helps you show up ready to
Bro, they
win
just
the
got the
day.
best seats in the
Now
house, bro. Comfy ass chairs, right there by the room. Come on now. And they got a TV down at the bottom so they can get a bigger view. Come on, bro. First fight that went to second round.
Of this welterweight matchup between Nate Diaz
Keeping
and
distance
Mike
with kicks,
Perry.
good job.
A great opening round for Platinum Perry, but Diaz is never out of a fight, no matter how much it looks like that may be the case.
No, he isn't. Did a great job of recouping from those body shots. Now staying busy with that lead hand.
Stinging jab by Diaz, but
Don't let him get in there. Don't let him. Nate Diaz has to keep his distance. He can't let him get too close. Keep throwing kicks. Keep throwing kicks.
Mike Perry can do so much damage in a short amount of time.
Chance of Let's Go Diaz. One of the biggest stars in MMA. Made his bones with that intense rivalry with Conor McGregor. Awaiting perhaps a future rubber match there, but right now he's got his hands full with Mike Perry.
And Mike Perry continues to try to destroy the
Keep
body
your
of Nate
distance, bro.
Diaz.
Diaz shot, then lands a double jab, going for another one.
Pretty good job.
Perry's hands are down, goes to the body with a right left hook upstairs. Right hook by Diaz to the head.
Yeah, Diaz putting a little pop on those hooks now.
It's not much, but he's getting it.
Knee up the middle with the collar tied. Oh, Perry just missing with the left.
That would have been a sick elbow if he landed that
Diaz
shot.
doing a good job moving his head there.
Oh, uppercut by Perry. Another upper. Oh, another combination that lands for Perry. Putting it on Nate Diaz. Oh, Diaz is durable. Oh, nasty elbows here. Got right hand. Mike Perry punishing Nate Diaz here.
Get off the ring, right? Get your distance in there.
Standing his ground.
Throw some elbows,
Exactly what
bro.
both fighters expected. They knew they were in for a
Throw some
war.
elbows.
Nice 1-2. That's for the first time we are in round 2. And it's a bloody, brutal affair already.
Mike Perry showing fatigue here.
What do you expect when you have the original baddest mother effer and the king of violence?
Yeah, exactly. These guys are trying to kill each other here.
And the crimson mask begins to envelop the face of
Nate needs to get him on the ground.
I like how Mike Perry is pacing himself, though. Anytime he lands his tricky combinations, he takes a little break, backs out, and resets.
And now taking the back of
Get him on the ground, Diaz.
Mike Perry.
Try to kick him on the back, bro.
Diaz looks to break the grip. Perry looking for the rear naked choke, it's
Get him
not
on the
there.
ground.
And of course, the more we go, the more sweat will make it submission and slippery.
And not to mention the blood as well, Morrow.
Need to get him on the ground and break his ankle.
What
Snap his shit.
adjustments does Diaz need to make any?
I think Nate Diaz needs to
Or his arm. Put him in an arm bar.
Bladed stance. I don't like that he's backing up against the cage so much. I think he needs to keep this more in the center of the hexagon here.
Every time he backs up to the cage, he's trapping himself in the blows.
Stoppage against Jorge Masvidal, and the head kick and punches exchanged by Josh Thompson, but
Pretty good
Perry
line, pretty
looking
good
to
line.
stop Diaz here.
Oh, yep, there you go.
To a minute 45 left. Diaz, back. Vicious
Now you just gotta get on top of him, Diaz. Wrap his arm up, bro. Snap his shit, snap his shit, snap his shit, snap his shit.
Perry continues to deliver ground and
It's over.
And he's so slippery, it's going to be really
Yeah,
difficult
GG's.
to control the torso of Mike Perry on these arm lock attacks. Nate Diaz, an absolute warrior, trying to get his legs back in the game to defend himself.
just constant punching from Mike Perry. Right hand bouncing off the face of Nate Diaz in the butt screw position. Referee Mike Beltran.
Holy shit.
Get up, he's covered in blood.
And look at that pool of blood on the back of Nate Diaz.
Holy
Mike
shit.
Perry understands the danger of being in Nate Diaz's guard for too long.
1-2 from Diaz, however, blood on his face, blood on his back, the back of his neck. It looks like a horror movie, but Mike Perry continues to slash away, and Diaz continues to punch back. Yeah, incredible.
And I'm not sure he can see out of that right
Yo,
eye
shout
right
out
now.
Diaz for taking this fucking beating like a man,
They
man.
really do.
He's an absolute beast.
And so is Perry, body shot left hook. Oh, another left hook to the liver by Perry.
Diaz don't give a look. He's going right back for it like that. Get him on the ground and break his arm, bro. I'm telling you. I know it's harder with all that fucking shit in his face, but
You
still.
know it's also beautiful.
Yeah, we've seen this so many times from Nate Diaz, and somehow he finds a way to get back into this fight. Mike Perry, again, pacing himself, trying to regroup and reset.
Answer down, looking maybe to set a trap with his reflexes. A sustained
That ring is filthy.
onslaught from Mike Perry, and yet Nate
Oh shit.
continues to survive. But for how much longer?
Saved by the bell. Holy shit.
What a need to end that round for Mike Perry.
Saved by the fucking bell.
100%.
Holy shit, y'all. Split all his fucking. You need to go straight for the legs, bro. Pick him up, slam him, break his shit.
Diaz leaking like a political document, and they have stopped the flow. Another cup stoppage, just like against Masvidal. Mike Perry proves to be victorious. Picks up his
Yep, Mike Perry won, y'all.
An impressive return to the MMA cage for Platinum Mike Perry. And a disappointing defeat for Nate Diaz, always willing to go out on his shield.
Yeah, always. And Nate Diaz, I think
Brutal ass
he
fight, though.
elbows,
Holy
taking
shit.
the knee was one of the culprits of those bad cuts, but my goodness, it looks like he performed surgery on the head of Nate Diaz without using sutures. My goodness. Nasty, nasty cuts.
Mike Platinum Perry punished Nate Diaz, making him a bloody mess. The knee led to the finish. Mike Perry wins the people's main event.
Holy shit, y'all.
She loves canceling older
Holy
credit
shit,
cards
bro.
when they're paid off. But what she doesn't know is that canceling them can decrease the length of
Shit was
history
gruesome.
and hurt her credit fix, both of which could lower her score.
That was a pretty good fight, though. Diaz was fucking
Learn how to avoid the record
taking the whooping like a fucking champ, though.
Credit one bank for
But they couldn't get him to stop bleeding, so they just called it. Shit, every time they cleared him, just kept gushing out, bro. Gushing out. Nasty ass fight.
Where the hell am I?
My dad. He wants to sit at the window.
Here at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, our fourth consecutive finish, and Mike Perry touched Nate Diaz with thunder throughout the fight.
Loved the way he was mixing up strikes, balancing his aggression with patience.
All right, so I predicted 2 fights wrong, and I predicted 2 fights right. So this next round, I want Ronda to win,
There's Nate Diaz landing a beautiful combination there.
but I feel like she's not gonna win.
The knee that came with an unsubscribe button for Mike Perry. The uppercuts, I mean, it was an onslaught.
Gina
But the fight really delivered.
or
We knew
Ronda?
these guys were going to be violent and aggressive. It's exactly what we got. How about that elbow?
The variety of strikes from Mike Perry, the placement, the delivery system, dynamite.
He's matured outside of the cage and matured inside as well. I think Mike Perry from his
I don't know. I'm going Ronda.
got exhausted after round
I feel like she's
one.
not gonna win though for some reason, but I got Ronda winning. Sticking with it. Who cares?
The fight is waved off, and Mike Perry is victorious. Let's make it official now. With
Mike Perry did put belt the ass though.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to this contest at the end of the second round due to advisement of the blue corner, declaring your winner by TKO Platinum, Mike Perry!
Good fight. Good fight.
That's how you say hello to MMA for the first time live on Netflix. Mike Perry, a successful return to MMA. He's standing by with Ariel.
Marl, thank you very much. Here with the winner, Platinum Mike Perry. You know, Mike, leading up to this fight, you talked about how much the Diaz brothers meant to you. What does a victory over a Diaz brother mean to you?
Oh, man, I mean, look, I landed really good shots, and I was hitting.
You
I was
think?
getting a little tired, but I think that's part of it. Like, we get tired every round. He's the toughest fucking guy out there. There's no quit in him. If he stumbles around, you know what I mean? He's got tricks up his sleeve. I can't just go in his guard and ground, tie up my feet or throw an arm bar. He's super tough, man, but we got the job done tonight. I gotta be happy that I had success. The entire crowd was cheering for him so loud and booing me. And all I did was be respectful and try to bring some hype. But I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity that MVP and Netflix gave me. And I tried to bring it, you know, and blood was spilled.
It sure was. Obviously, they love him here. There's no doubt about that. And they're booing, and we understand that. Is any part of you a little disappointed that you couldn't win emphatically, that it was stopped between rounds?
I think it was pretty emphatic. I think it was fucking big power shots landing left and right. I slowly walked and paced across the ring. I didn't feel any counter shots. Only his jiu-jitsu was putting me in trouble at times, and I knew how to counter that. But, you know, it didn't get a complete stoppage in his book. If there's a rematch or if Conor McGregor wants to put up or shut up somewhere in his mouth, Jake's crazy calling out Francis Ngannou. I'm not calling out Ngannou, but I would MMA against Jake Paul.
Jake? I'll MMA this motherfucker.
Fuck yeah! Let's do it!
I already beat that ass in boxing.
It was a good fight. You did. You got me, bud. I'm more of an MMA fighter. You saw the shit I landed tonight. You wouldn't fucking like that shit either.
I love it, Mike. I love you, Mike. You're a warrior. This is your night. This is your moment, but we can run it.
Thank you, bro. It's good to be here.
Obviously, Mike, you've been fighting in BKFC
That's gonna be
for the last 5 or so years. Those are
that's
2
gonna be
minute
hilarious.
rounds. Your last MMA fight, 2021. How was the cardio going out there for 5 minutes?
Well, I didn't get to see the championship rounds. I got to look. 5 minute round is a lot against me. Like I'm making people quit in 4 minutes or less in bare knuckle. Fucking little gloves and elbows. Like 10 minutes of damage. It's a lot of fucking power and pain for people. I have a lot to deal with. I'm a super aggressive guy. I train really hard, really explosively. And I'm into some shots now. No one's tougher than that guy.
We seen.
I shouldn't have been taking
We
those
seen.
fucking shots, but he does. So I'm grateful to be successful tonight. My babies are watching. Ocean and Audie, I love you guys so much back home in Florida. I take a couple weeks and chill and then get right back in the gym.
Are you going to stick with MMA? We'd love to see. Okay, very nice. So you're going to stick with MMA, Mike, because it seems like you've got your mojo back here.
Yeah, man, I'm a badass full-around fighter. Like, I'm the meanest guy in the clinch. Elbows, knees, a bloody game. I had some ground and pound. My coaches, my teammates at Fusion Excel in Central Florida, man, we're the best crew in Florida. We're fucking constantly fighting between UFC and every other organization. And all we do is continue to show up to the gym and work.
We want to give a word to Nate Diaz real quick. Nate, congrats on a valiant effort. This crowd's showing you tons of love throughout the entire evening. Your reaction to the stoppage?
Yeah, he did everything I expected him to do. Come out hot and ready and aggressive forward. And I think I broke my finger like the first 6 seconds. I spent too much time worrying about not focus on the animal at hand. But I'm going to come back and get his fucking ass. And I'm going to get his fucking ass. And then I'm going to get your ass.
Please don't. Please don't. I want none of that. So do you want him back?
I want to get come on, motherfucker. Ain't nobody beat me twice. What's up?
Is he tougher than you thought he would be?
No, I knew it was tough. Good work, Mike.
You agree with the stoppage? The decision to stop the fight?
Yeah, I blew him out. I couldn't see Shelby didn't do nothing. It's all good. But I'll be here next time and
yeah, I wasn't
next
gonna
time
do
he ain't
nothing.
gonna be able to do nothing.
Hey, can't wait for that. Your response, Mike, to this?
Wants to fight me again. I mean, he didn't want to stop at the end of 2. He was ready to come out and try to tie me up in the 3rd and probably the 4th and 5th too. Anybody who wants to give him another chance, I'll be happy to oblige. I'm here to fight. No matter who, no matter when, no matter where. Let's do it.
An absolute classic Inglewood between these 2 warriors. Please give it up for Nathan Diaz and your winner, Platinum Mike Perry!
And there it is, our first fight of the main card to actually make it out of the first round.
That was a brutal ass fight, yo.
The second in favor of Mike Perry, a cut stoppage. It's the same exact way that Nate Diaz went out against Jorge Masvidal back in 2019. Perry throwing 34 punches than Diaz did and landed almost 40 more as we say officially hello on camera. Again, L. Duncan and Tyron Woodley. You said earlier in the fight, this is playing out exactly how I thought that it would.
Now it's gonna take another fucking hour to fucking start the next round.
This is my division. These are guys I may have fought. These are guys that I have to break down and watch. You know, I knew that if Perry would go into the body and do punches and punches and really throw his combinations and streams, he would do well. I also knew that Nate would do well if he used a longer jab and keeping that bait and blade his shoulder forward. I said Kenny at bar. Okay, Mike Perry told me the night before the weigh-in, he said, hey, I already did all the hard training. My kids are home watching safe. I got one thing I'm focused on. And when a fighter comes to a weigh-in and says, this is my favorite part, you better believe it.
Yeah. Would you like to see Mike Perry stay in MMA? He's been doing very well in bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle was missing a few kicks, missing some takedowns. Did you see a kick or a takedown from Mike Perry? His mindset and his game plan is...
I seen a couple kicks.
All right, we've got the main event that is still coming up. They've been fantastic fights tonight. We're still waiting to return to Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano, but the 2 stars of the Nemesis are in the building. Matthew Law and Alan Noel, no strangers to duke it out themselves. The new series from the creator of Power is now playing only on Netflix. 2 pioneers,
the dawn of time, man has been plagued by
5 ads, bro. 5 ads.
because he was relying on the dry stuff.
But last fight was a gruesome fight. This fight it's not gonna be as gruesome. Unless Ronda breaks Gina's arm. That's gonna be pretty fucking. But I got Ronda winning. I feel like she's not going to though, for some reason, but I got her winning. I'm voting for her anyway. So far I'm 2-2. I got 2 predictions right, 2 predictions wrong.
Or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
So yeah, let's see if I can go 3 for 2.
Break away to what's possible with Trimbaya.
Or 2 for 2 if Gina wins. But I'm voting for Ronda.
To offer self-administration from the start.
Trimbaya can help with symptoms
But now we just wait
as early as 4 weeks.
a minute and 30 seconds.
12 weeks.
And then probably another 5 minutes till it fucking starts, because
Some have visible repair of their intestinal lining.
there's going to be a lot of shit people want to say before the fight starts.
Increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Trimbaya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Trimbaya today.
Back to Pop John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza. Epic. Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
How can I help? I'm here to tell you, switch to Gusto, contract, schedule, sync the payroll. I know. I know that you know. I know you know that I know, too. I know you know we know. Switch to smooth the payroll. On the same page.
U.S. Army Special Forces.
I'll bring you to Rio.
Well,
Chat, should I get in the MMA community? Should I start training some MMA, y'all? I'm joking, by the way. I'd get my fucking ass beat, but we'll see.
Rousey calls this a great fight for the sake of great fights. Tonight, two legends will step back into the cage together. It is almost time for our main event.
No one is questioning their credentials.
Singapore is now the face of women's MMA.
No one is denying their strength, with legacies written and chapters closed. Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano have nothing left to prove, except perhaps to themselves.
It's about the respect. It's about closing out something that's always been lingering in the back of my head. Could I do that again?
For me, this is my own closure. So I've done enough fighting for everybody else. This fight's for me.
Not a mean to me in there, some
All these
Bro, look at that fucking noodle on, bro.
the flame still burns inside.
Give a fuck.
Hard things makes you start to live again.
I'm going to be the most dangerous I've ever been.
The need to be tested. The hunger to be
Yo, if Ronda gets her in the armbar, it's wraps.
by blood. By blood.
Fucking wraps, man.
At stake, the ultimate privilege. Walking away with no questions left to answer. Not an ounce left to give.
There's nothing that listen to you have heard than taking a fight.
It's going to be fast and furious with us. Second that bell rings, you know what's going on.
Okay, maybe fight's gonna start now. I don't know why, but my hands hurt, bro. I think it's from working on that bike all night. Please don't copy me, dude.
We are almost set here at the Intuit Dome. Gina Carano, the original face of women's MMA, the first to headline a major MMA card, and Ronda Rousey,
Let me see.
Olympic medalist, UFC Hall of Famer, global superstar. Both have said there is a mutual respect between them, but don't get it twisted. They still want to give each other hell. It's pretty fitting that we're out west because it feels like there's pioneers everywhere, including at the Desmond right now. Carano joins me now, former UFC title contender who faced Ronda Rousey back in 2015. What do you remember about what it's like to be in the cage?
Holy shit. 2015, bro. It's crazy how long that is. Was that 11 years? 10?
Ronda Rousey was returning to the cage for the first time in 10 years. You actually found out before even some of her family members. Can you explain?
Yes. About a year and a half ago, Ronda reached out to me saying that she was looking for this fight. She wanted to put it together. She wanted a legacy legend fight with Gina Carano, and she hit me up to come help her train. And one of the rules was once I got up there, we were telling her mom that we were training from me. Yeah, we were not telling her mom that she had a fight or any of this was in the works. So it was funny because I left and she was like, hey, my mom just said, you know, some people just don't know when to quit.
Interesting. So obviously her mother knows now that she's returning. What was she working on in training?
Ronda was working on Ronda things, you know, she was closing the distance, getting the clinch, trying to do some damage before getting a solid takedown. Definitely working on making the transition from taking teeps, you know, moving her head, getting out of the way of punches. So, you know, she was very diligent on making sure she was focusing on herself, but also working on being defensive of anything that could come her way out of Gina being a strong kickboxer.
10 minutes for the fight starts, yo. Are we serious?
Weaknesses in order to face Gina Carano. What did you feel when you saw her?
I mean, I really believe that you need to work on what your opponent is good at too, because you never know what situation you're going to need to get out of. You know, they have a good moment, you have a good moment. If you end up, you know, wobbled or whatever, like Ronda has experienced before, like you need to know that you're going to get through it. And what are your answers to that? You know, same where Gina, she only focused on her hands in those moments. She wouldn't have answers for what happens if she does get to the ground, which with an Olympian like Ronda, you really should prepare for that and get ready for that.
I want to talk big picture for a second. As someone who has walked in these women's shoes, who knows what it is to be a pioneer, what does it mean to you to watch these two trailblazers from different eras finally meeting in the cage tonight?
It was really incredible. There was a point in my early career that I actually had a picture in my gym of Gina, and that was the goal. That was someone that I eventually wanted to fight. She was beautiful, she was tough, she was strong, she was winning, and I remember looking at her and being like, that's incredible. Like, that's goals right there. You know, she went into the movie career, and then Ronda came up, and I was very excited to get to fight and, you know, have competition against a pioneer like Ronda, but to see Gina back here, and to see both of these incredible women that moves for their sport compete against each other, it's really surreal. It's an incredible experience.
It truly is. It's been 17 years for Gina. It's been 10 years for Ronda Rousey. That time has almost come to an end. We're about to see them. Thank you so much, Kat, for joining us to break down this historic matchup. And one more time, before we get to cage side, we check in with Sydney Scholes, presented by our special guest.
Oh, we are Hexagon side now with WWE Icon. Oh, you guessed Icon. CM Punk in the building. Best in the world. We already know fans of WWE.
CM Punk. Come on now.
Every week. I have to talk to you about your
Wait, where's the...
legendary friends taking the Hexagon tonight. Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano. How do you see that playing out?
I would be remiss to not go with Ronda Rousey. I think she's going to do what she always did. She's going to march forward. She's going to clinch. She's going to throw. And she's going to armbar. My opinion.
I like that. You were ready. You're an analyst.
A little bit, yeah. I've dabbled in some commentary here and there.
CM Punk, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. You want to say hi to your fans?
Oh, yeah. I want to say hi to my beautiful wife, April. Honey, I'll be home in, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Some say he's a cult of personality. I dig him. How about
Alicia's here, all right.
Dak Shepard, we see you, all the celebrities out here.
Dak Shepard.
I know her, Chineke Kubuke, Nigeria in the building as well. WNBA analyst and superstar Carmen Electra. We see you, girl. You know, it's a Titanic event, so obviously James Cameron is in the building.
James Cameron, bud.
Absolutely stacked. David Spade, we see you. I'm sure he's doing or thinking something quite funny and entertaining everyone around him. How about Tommy Lee? Rock and roll as they come. And finally, from the White House that you can see on Netflix, it's Michael Irvin. The Hall of Famer is in the building to witness history. We've got 4 incredible fights. We've got one more left to go as Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey are mere minutes away from joining us here in the cage. Again, you can see Michael Irvin on the White House, one of the many incredible podcasts on Netflix. Well, friends, it is time to go back and check in on the betting side of our main event with the tale of the bet brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. And here to break it down, it's a man with very many talents, DraftKings MMA analyst Kenny Florian.
Thanks. Let's do this again. All right, as a reminder, there are only 3 ways to a fight can end: by decision, by submission, or a knockout. And DraftKings has priced each of these outcomes separately, so you can take a shot at picking not only who wins the fight, but how the fight ends. So for this main event, it's crazy. Obviously, Gina Carano has been away from the game for 17 years. So I understand the odds here. That is difficult for any athlete to deal with, being away for 17 years. So how do you approach this fight? Ronda Rousey, obviously the clear favorite. How do you bring those odds down a little bit? Well, I think picking Ronda Rousey by submission, obviously it's like death, taxes, and Ronda Rousey by armbar. That's almost a guarantee. So
100%. Okay, you heard it here from Kenny Florian, DraftKings Sportsbook, the official betting partner of Rousey versus Carano right here on Netflix. And a reminder that right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5, get $100 in bonus bets instantly. It's very easy. Pull out your phone, download the app, use promo code RING when you sign up. And a friendly reminder to all of you at home that DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Shines the spotlight on MMA, and they are not holding back. It's stacked cards.
4 ads, by the way.
Won't stop talking about it. And DraftKings is your home for all the action. Bet the winner, the method of victory.
Is it me or is this quite ridiculous?
When the fight kicks over Netflix, don't your bucket. Be part of it with DraftKings. And right now, DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Credit One Bank presents Max Evans. He's a credit wrecker. His eyes are bigger than his wallet. And his credit score pays the price. You see, Max doesn't know he should only use 30% or less of his credit limit, because using his full line can lower his score. Don't be like Max now. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
With all due respect, I'm the landlord. You work for me. That's nice.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. I need everything here. Or whatever that is.
You may have the power.
The masters of the universe. Only PSG fan.
We are back live on Netflix and across 190 countries as we get ready for our main event. A fight that is lived in what if more is about to happen. What did Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey have in store after all these years? Well, we're About to find out as we head back inside one more time for Morrow and Allen.
Thank you very much, Yeah, before women's MMA became big business, Gina Carano made people believe, but then came Ronda Rousey, a force that changed combat sports forever. But history rarely asks pioneers how much carrying history hurts. Tonight, Rousey and Carano return not to prove who they were, but discover who they still are.
Two superstars here. Rousey has a completely revamped camp here. Look at that submission and knockout ratio. All 12 of her wins by
12 and 2, 7
course,
and 1.
Ronda Rousey very
3
famous for
knockouts,
that
4
armbar.
knockouts, 9 submission, 1 submission. Ronda seemed like she got some more.
Is this fight about fame? No. This is about the fight. It's about the respect. It's about closing out something that's always been injury and nothing like that. Could I do that again? I feel like Ronda's been chasing for a long time, and I want her to know what she's been chasing. Every time I think about this fight, I have the things of her in my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. It is now time for the main event of the evening. 5 fighting rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first to the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Welcome back, Gina Carano!
Incredibly, it has been 17 years since Gina Carano competed. She was
17
part of the
years.
first female fight ever aired on major broadcast television when she defeated Julie Kensey on Showtime in February 2007. Then in August 2009, she made history again in the first women's MMA fight to headline a major card, losing to Chris Cyborg in her last MMA bout until tonight, where she yet again makes history in the main event of the first MMA card live on Netflix.
Oh, there's no question that she was the one who laid the foundation for the superstardom of Ronda Rousey. She was an amazing fighter back in the day, not only in MMA, but in Muay Thai as well. Gotta watch out for her striking.
Carano, her coach John Wood at Syndicate MMA says that Carano still naturally wants to engage aggressively in every phase, so the focus in camp has been channeling that aggression more efficiently. After years away from fighting, pain, and emotional exhaustion, Carano says she rebuilt both body and mindset, returning alongside her husband, Kevin Ross, who introduced her to Muay Thai. In less than 2 years, she lost 100 pounds, reclaiming her health and her identity. And tonight, Gina Carano returns to the cage.
To the Olympic bronze medalist, to the former UFC women's bantamweight champion, to the former WWE champion, to the one and only Rowdy Ronda Rousey!
This is not just the biggest women's fight of all time. This is the biggest MMA fight of all time on the biggest platform. Will be headlined by 2 women who dare to dream big. Bet your fucking ass this is the biggest MMA fight of all time, bar none. I'm not chasing greatness. Motherfucker, I am greatness. These bitches are chasing me.
And now, fighting out of the blue corner, making her way to the cage, welcome home, Ronda Rousey!
To the familiar sounds of Joan Jett's bad reputation, Ronda Rousey stalks her way to the cage. It was Gina Carano who inspired Rousey to pursue MMA. Rousey says this comeback is no longer built on raw force alone, but on precision, patience, and a deeper fight IQ. An evolved version of herself reconnecting with who she is as a martial artist. Rousey says this return is rooted in joy, healing, and finally fighting for reasons that come entirely from within rather than outside pressure. She said for the first time in her career, her happiness was not entirely dependent on the result.
Yeah, and when Ronda was in her prime, she wasn't fighting, she was performing art. She was that good. For me, the sign of a master is when they're dominating and making it look easy. And make no mistake about it, when Ronda was in her prime, she was making it look easy.
The final Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Champion and the fighter who changed UFC President Dana White's mind about allowing women inside the octagon. She became a global phenom, a crossover superstar. Both Rousey and Carano have transcended the sport of MMA. But tonight, it's not about fighting for anyone else except themselves. And by the way, when we asked Rousey whether she would break Carano's arm if Carano refused to tap, she said she would not hesitate to finish the submission, though she framed it casually and said she would also help her up afterward.
Sorry, it's not funny.
With the main event
No, I got Ronda winning though.
On this historic night, here once again is Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your final main event of the evening. 5 five-minute rounds in the featherweight division, live on Netflix, live from the Intuit Dome, from the debut of MVP MMA and the debut of MMA on Netflix, brought to you by Jim Paul and Nikita Adarian's Most Valuable Promotions. Our 3 judges scoring this bout at cage side: Michael Bell, Derek Cleary, and Felicia O. And our referee in charge when the bell rings is Big John McCarthy. So, for those of you watching around the world on Netflix, to those of you joining us here live in Los Angeles, are you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with tan and red trim. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 141.4 pounds. Tonight, she re-enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 7 victories versus just 1 defeat with 1 submission and 3 knockouts. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, she was the first woman to headline a major MMA main event. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the trailblazer, the original face of women's MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina Conviction Carano! And now her opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the all black. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in at 142 pounds even. Tonight, she re-enters the cage with a professional MMA record of 12 victories versus 2 defeats, with 9 submissions and 3 knockouts, with 8 wins coming in less than 1 minute. Fighting out of Venice, California! Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Olympic bronze medalist, the UFC Hall of Famer, the former UFC champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the record breaker, the icon, Rowdy Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. One, this close to now. God bless both of you. Step back.
Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, about to make history again here tonight, live in the first MMA event.
How long do we think this fight's going to be?
Both of them looking to rewrite their combat sports coda.
Are you ready? Let's get it on.
The first of a scheduled 5 rounds at 145 pounds. Immediately, Rousey takes Carano down, but Carano looking for the guillotine. And Rousey pops her head out in full mouth, ground and pound. Rousey looking for the arm, and already the arm. It's over.
All right.
The most incredible, the most devastating finish in MMA.
Well, guys, that was it. No.
Rousey just took another arm hostage, and just like that, it's over.
One of the most explosive grapplers I've ever seen fight. I mean, that's how good she is. She can end it in an instant.
Rousey was raised in the language of combat. Her mother, Anne Maria, the first American world champion in judo, an emotional Rousey and Carano embracing, but her mom literally would wake Rousey up every morning as a child by putting her in an armbar. Is it any surprise that it's
What do we expect, yo?
feared submission in MMA?
I told you, as soon as she gets that arm, she's fucked. What was that? What was that? 3 seconds long?
Just an absolute master.
Women have always had to fight
Okay.
for the vote, for equal rights. And here now tonight, they are fighting
All right, but yeah,
each other. Yes, it's great.
that was it, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining. Appreciate y'all for supporting, liking, and subbing. And I'll see you in the next one, bro. Peace.